Welcome to a sock dragging himself across a field of glass, broken and jagged, and desires, or perhaps is designed to, reach into my eyeballs and under my fingernails. In short, we are playing Chapter 1 of Wuthering Waves. Or attempting to anyway. No promises if I'll make it to the end. But welcome. Yes, thank you for showing up. I know that it's also a very special day because today, by now, and probably not by the time if anyone actually bothers to watch this VOD, probably not then, but the video's released. Woo! Woo! It's a video release day! Woo! Yes, my shitpost has released, and I do call it that a little bit. It's not my usual wheelhouse if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing here? I'll have you know that if you show up for the streams and nothing else, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not just a sock, you know. I have other things I can do, like try and make this silliest video in the world. Yes, I made a promise at the end of the Toho video, randomly, that I would review Sleeping with Zakium. I have now fulfilled that promise. Anything else would be sacrilege. No! By the way, she just said, Judo Misugi means, stop staring so much. Or stop looking so much. A variation on that. But localizers. What would localizers? So, localizers say, stop it! You're hurting me with your gaze of the patriarchy, Brian! Because they changed the name. Something like that. Oh, man. I gotta love that. You know what? As much as it's stupid, as a person who understands Japanese and I can avoid it completely if I just want to turn off the subtitles for things, it is pretty funny to be able to see the stupidest fucking shit that they write. Just be like, well, early on it was, like, for like, you know, the old anime where they're like, how do we hide this? Or, well, kids won't understand what a rice ball is, let's call it a jelly donut. Like, shit like that. But man, it is impressive. Now, let me just make sure that my stuff is working. Very good. Because last time I played this, I forgot about the audio balance. I turned it down a bit this time, so I hope that you don't get your ears completely destroyed by listening to Wuthering Waves Chapter 1. Now, I did I did go off and train in the mountains, by which I mean I played it twice. I played the entire game twice. Dub vs sub enjoyer. Yeah, I suppose. I know we've already... The dub versus sub argument has been made 1,000 times, and I think for the most part, sub wins. There are a handful of moments where dub has, like, a parody, like, where they're close, I would say. And there are points where I totally understand someone being like, yeah, I'd rather watch the dub. But for me, personally, it's always been sub all the way, to a silly degree. GigaChad, no text maximum. Look, I did do that recently. I was watching an anime, and the localization was so bad. And you want to know how bad it was? The characters were like anime girls, or fucking maybe like 10 or 11, and like one of them, I was shocked. I was so shocked that I just turned it off. I just looked at it and I was like, what? And she goes like, one of the characters looks like a Yankee, which in Japanese, like, basically transforms to kind of like a like dyed hair, has piercings, looked like a beach guy a little bit of NTR protagonist type thing of like being like just a loose dressed kind of like excitable, over energetic guy. And instead, the fucking subtitles decided to have one of the girls goes, what's he from? What does this mean? Where is he from? And the other girl goes, it just means he's a guy from the hood. And then the first one goes, what's the hood? And I'm like, that's not what they said at all. The hood does not exist in Japan. There is no hood. And I'm like, that's the most egregious example of like a localization fuck up I've ever seen. And the funny part is usually a lot of, you know, it's commonly a Twitter thing to discuss localization more in terms of politics, like, you know, them slipping their politics in. But this was just a flat out, like, traditional jelly donut for my fucking rice ball level shit. And I'm sitting there going, good lord, I can't believe they actually made that comparison. Fuck. But either way, it also is weird because like I can turn it off, and I do occasionally turn off subtitles. My brain has reached a weird position where I'm so used to reading subtitles that without them, even though I understand everything that's going on as a true super weeb, because naturally, of course, I cannot be detecting your anime if I do not understand these horrific sounds that they're making. I still just go, where do I put my eyes? My brain just kind of like flounders a little bit. Sorry, I gotta get some water. Now, yes, I was talking about the new video. So, yeah, new video's out. Do go watch it though. Seriously, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it. Val, have you seen it? I hope you've seen it. I hope you've all seen it, in fact. Really, it's obviously by now you've seen that it's a bit more of an experiment in that it's a shorter video. Oh yeah, good video. Yes, good video. Oh, thank you. It's a shorter video. I wanted it to be a bit more comedic focus, a little bit more comedy. Obviously, because I also, although technically, it's not technically a prank because I actually do review Sleeping with Sakia, but I kind of wanted to do it as one of the. I've always wanted to do one of those, you know, seasonal things. You know, the horror for Halloween or the prank for April 1st, and I was like, you know what, I want to do something. So I kind of did something silly for April 1st. Now, if you're thinking, wow, this is not the kind of thing I want to see. I want to see like more like long form, you know, in-depth videos from Detective. Worry not, because that video has been done for a little bit, and I have been full steam ahead on the next video for a longest time. I'm at 13 minutes, I believe, or around that, maybe a little lower, of fully edited content for the next video. So the next video, if we're lucky, will come sooner, but more importantly, it will be a long video with all this stupid stuff that is totally insane that I really shouldn't talk about because it's a waste nobody wants to hear, but I just talk about it in a very serious way. Hey there, Arctic. Damn, I love finding bad subs because it's much worse than a good dub. Because you can't actually find the nuances unless you realize and do it in Japanese. A bad sub is a rarity. I mean, okay. It's not actually that hard when I will say this. If you've seen enough anime, even if you never studied Japanese like me, right? And when I say studied, I mean I learned it myself. I like literally just myself. There was no fucking teacher involved. If you learn Japanese or if you learn Japanese, yes, but if you watch enough anime, eventually you'll get to the point where like, did they really just mention the ghetto just then? Is she really saying some shit about the patriarchy when she opens this door? Is she actually comparing like this to the moon landing? Like shit like that. You'll start going, this doesn't seem like, you know, you watch enough good shows with good subtitles, you question them, you'll start going, that's a really weird expression. And then when you know Japanese, you'll want to punch every localizer in the face. That said, I've become a bit of a purist, so I think that there is a place for someone to make subtitles, right? And I watched some anime recently, and I was like, I hate this. I hate it. It's slightly out of order. It doesn't make sense. That's like an amalgamation of what this character is saying, not exactly what she's saying. And the whole point is she's saying it this way. Yeah. I watch, whenever I watch anime, like like if I watch it with someone else, they'll say to me, shut the fuck up. They'll just shut the fuck up, detective. Stop pointing out all the problems and enjoy the goddamn show. Like, I can't, damn it. Bad subs are bad because it's rare and I don't even know Japanese that good. It's not that hard to learn on it. Well, okay, no. Learning language, actually, the difficulty is based on where you start. Going from English to Japanese is one of the harder variants. Oh yeah, 15 streak. Hell yeah, Hardwick. Thank you. Even though you've probably just seen nothing but depression posting because I'm playing Wuthering Waves. Oh my god, I didn't realize how much of an ass shot they show in there. Nice. Wuthering Waves, while your story might be true garbage, I'm gonna look as much as I want, Redhead. The animation and the visual quality is pretty good. I kind of think maybe I'll have to see some more NPCs. I think Zenless might have beaten it out with NPCs though. because the NPCs in this are a little bit like blocky and kind of standard. Mitsubishi Subaru Honda. Oh my god, do you know Japanese? Oh my god. Now, so yes, just to round off the whole like the video from today stuff. Yes, there is another video on the way. It is going to be a Dreadnought long one, and when I say Dreadnought, I mean we're looking at. I was looking at that script and what I've got now, and I'm just thinking, good lord, could this video be around about 40 minutes? And at that point, I realized I might have been going a little bit too deep. As for the shorter video format, I do want to mention this. I found a few topics that I want to talk about. Videos and topics I'd like to talk about, but they're too short. So this April Fool's video is a bit of a test. If it does really well, is it a Nikkei video? I will unfortunately inform you it's not a Nikkei video, mostly for two reasons. One, I decided to make this other one first. I won't spoil it until I'm a bit closer. And two, I'd need to finish Nikkei first. I'm very far through Nikkei, but because I'm not like blazing it, I'm just like letting it flow. I'm playing it in my free time. I usually turn on the story only mode or the event that I'm up to mode during workouts when I'm working out at home. Turn it on, put it on the computer, and then I just work out in front of the computer. So I let it play like that, and I also write down my scripts as I do that. Like, you know, for example, I'll be going through a set, watching Rappy do whatever the fucking Rappy is doing, probably complaining that every other girl is getting attention but her, and then I'll sit down and I'll make some notes in my script after a set, or something like that. And yeah, so Nikkei is definitely coming at this point. Even if Nikkei fell off, I could totally see myself making a video about it. Just it's very interesting. Did you get to Snow White's story? Not yet. I'm not at specifically Snow White's story. I just, for the record, where I'm up to, I just finished. I finished Cinderella's event story, and I'm now into back into the main quest because I'm following a guide that tells me what order to play things. Because it's a pretty good guide, honestly. It's one of the biggest fucking complaints about Nikkei is it's awful UI and like navigation for its otherwise really good story. Because you could play main quest, nothing but main quest the entire time, and you would never touch any of the story, like the good, really fucking amazing story that is in the events, because they don't force you to go there. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. But I'm thinking of a few other smaller video topics that I want to talk about, but I can't because they're either too short, or I think I could make them into a short video. Maybe not as low as 6 minutes, but probably closer to 10 to 8 to 10 minutes. And yes, that is partially because YouTube keeps saying this is a good video size because we can put mid-rolls in, and because they love their fucking mid-rolls, it probably does have an back-end or algorithmic boost. We know how it is. And I need to actually, you know, I'm not a big channel. Like, as much as me and the 6 other people, me and the 6 people, you, watching this right now, who probably accidentally clicked it on, I'm not a big channel. I'm a small channel, and I need to actually, you know, maximize the little things to reach the heights that I want to reach. So I will be making smaller videos just as a fun thing for this year, and maybe continuing if they continue to do good. I'm not going to depend that all on how this video is going to do, because obviously it's a bit of a shit post. But I am curious to see how a video that I make that has no like backing, like the only thing it's got is Toho, so algorithmically there's some people who would click on it because it's Toho, but technically it doesn't have a big backing, so I want to see how it goes in just like a comedy way and how I'm playing that. But in the future there will be big videos, and then there's going to be these small videos. I'm hoping to use these small videos to bridge moments between these big videos, because like I said, I want to make this next video, which may as well potentially could be 40 minutes long. More likely I'm going to knock it down to something around 25 to 30 minutes, but it takes a long time to make that video, right? So that video will take a lot of time, and I'm going to put that video is going to come out, but I want to make sure something does come out in the meantime, like, so I don't have a 5-month wait. We can have a 3 to 2 month wait before we get another video out, and then we get a big video. So we might have smaller videos that'll pop up in between other topics. Oh, it's Weathering Way. Are you preparing a bias review of this game? Oh god, the things I would say, the bullying I would do. But maybe. If you don't know it, on the VOD channel, I have made a few semi-reviews of these things, of gacha games. Basically, I play through it on the stream, then I have a whole stream where I set up in a way and I have like visual aids and I talk about it in a what would you call a pre-prepared way. Those videos have done pretty well for me. The last video, I mean, it's not big, but it got about 500 views on Zenless Zone Zero. So you might expect one of those from me. If Wuthering Waves really impresses me or has some interesting things, I might make a bigger video on it. But I've got a lot of other things that would come before that. For example, Nikkei. Nikkei would definitely come before a Wuthering Waves video, unless something drastically changed in the upcoming viewing of this in terms of, even if it wasn't just bad, but interesting in how it was bad or something. Do you think a 40-minute rant video about Woowa? I'm going to do a 40-minute rant video about Woowa, like I said, but it's not going to be... Well, I've already done one, really. The last time... Well, not last time, but the time before last that I streamed this game, I ranted at length about how much I hated the story in this game. Because, good lord, and I will get into the story again, because I played this for maybe a little longer than 5 minutes off stream, since from the last stream to this stream, and good god, guys, I don't know what like, I stopped playing this last time because it was so cringe. I didn't think it could get worse, but it found a way. The cringe meters were reaching heights I never thought were even possible. But I don't know, because like the next time I'm going to make a rantish video where I'm going to talk about it for probably 2 hours or so, is going to be after I finish Chapter 2. And Chapter 2 might have mellowed me out on it, honestly. Because I've already played through majority of Chapter 1. This is just the dregs. Blackshore, from what I understand, and people who play this game tell me, is that Blackshore is near the end of when like the story was written by like a 5-year-old. Okay, so it's a 14-year-old who like did the draft once and then stopped. And then the artists and everyone else decided to just go with their script. Like, what the fuck were they doing? Are they insane? But yes, so look forward to a few more shorter videos. The topics for the shorter videos might be things like think videos like Sinota is a good example. These shorter videos probably won't have the comment sections at the end, so there might be like 8-10 minute videos, maybe a little longer, maybe a little bit less. If they go a bit too long, I think that's getting into a period where they might be a full video at that point. But they're going to be 8 to 10 minutes, a bit more comedy focused, but definitely depending on how things play. But they're just going to be shorter topics that, while are interesting and I really care about them, I want to talk about them, they don't have maybe enough content to justify a larger video, and I can make a short, snappy video about them, and it would be a great in between. So that's what you'd expect from what the Sleeping with Sakia video kind of was. That of course depends on how it does. For all I know, it could have already fallen off, and well, honestly, all my videos, anything that doesn't immediately do 100,000 views in the first hour for me has fallen off, because I'm addicted to just looking at Yojo Senki and Yojo Senki and Girls Frontline, and I just go, why can't all my videos be like that? But that's the pain of being a relatively unknown YouTuber who just sits there. But I am really not happy with like the fact that, you know, I'm pretty every video of mine usually within the first hour now gets like 200, 300 views and stuff, and that's nice to see. You know, it just makes me think like, yeah, and all the comments from the really kind people that care. And in the end, it's like, views matter, but every video I've made, I've increased my fan base. I get more people. They're really happy. I always get comments from people who really care about things like that I make. It makes me happy regardless. And while eventually this might mean that I can no longer unemployment max and try and force my way into becoming content man, or content sock more accurately, I don't think I'll ever stop. It just means the video at that point, if there is no financial supporting it via, like, you know, the AdSense from getting a bunch of views, or like from bloody Patreon and all that, then I'll keep doing it. It's just the videos will probably take a lot longer to come out because I'll need to get a job. But no, thank you for hanging out regardless. Since you mentioned Girls Frontline, did you finish Correspondent? Nope. What I did finish, or have started on again, because that's another thing I'm also working out, I'm watching as a workout, is I finally got around to some of the last few events that they are finally being translated in English for Girls Frontline 1. I was going to start on Correspond because I heard it was going to be really good, but my brain just went, you know what? No, I'm going to finish off some of this new stuff that's been translated, because I want to have a better all-rounder position, because I have positions on how I feel they should have written some of those characters, such as Kalina and that, and how and I have negative opinions on how they should have written. They're not very good opinions on how number 2 has handled some of the commander, and I feel like let's go back. Well, let me go back to 1. Let me finish off what they've newly released stuff, and come back and see how my opinion is formatted then. So far, having restarted on number 1 stuff, not restarted, but just getting watching some of the new stuff that has come out in the last few months that I've kind of missed, well, more than a few months, has been really eye-opening about how good quality 1 was. Like, but to be fair to 1, it had like all of its time to build up to this. The ending of 1 really is an amazing story because we've built up to it, whereas 2 does need to play both the here you are, you've seen all this before player, as well as welcome to Girls Frontline for the new person. So there's a lot of elements that it has to juggle too, and I am being a little bit unfair in some elements. I don't hate the game. I don't hate 2, but I'm a lot more brutal towards it. Similar to the chart I've probably put up for gacha games. Expectations build things up, and my expectations for 2 are higher than what it was currently delivering. That was prior to Correspond though. That was prior to Correspond, so we'll have to see. You know what? Fair. I also ask myself why I don't get a Christmas bonus every month. Where's my Christmas bonus? Yeah, sorry if I'm talking about bloody money when I'm sitting here making content for you. You guys don't need to worry about that because you can obviously just absorb it and like enjoy it. And I highly recommend that. As a person who's been on the other side of this equation of viewer and creator, you have no reason to engage and like go deeper. And if you don't have the willingness to do that thing, don't worry about it. Don't feel guilty. Just just watching it and enjoying it is fine. And if you really want to put in a little bit of effort, but you don't want to go to as far as joining the Patreon for like bloody HD art or whatever, you can easily go through it and just like share it with a few friends, or on your favorite Discord server goes, hey guys, I know this dude is really fun. Like things like that go a long way. So don't worry about feeling about that. But sorry that I have to put that in here. I guess that's fine. It's only 1 story left in GFL. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to catch up with GFL 1 before I can, because I am going to make a video on GFL 2 one day, but it's going to be a while. I'm going to give it GFL 2 a long time. I know that it's like, when hit iron's hot, hit now. If I had made a video on GFL 2 like a few months after it released, it would have been a scathing negative review. It would have been a blighted review of negativity. And I say that having both improved my opinion of the game since that point that I would have made that review negative, and also calmed down because I expected a lot more from it. I think it needs time. Just like 1 had time to build up in all gachas. And I know it's a bit of copium because people are saying, yeah, you think it's going to get better? That's what they all say. That's why I'm playing Wu-Wa again. They tell me Wu-Wa gets better. But it being, in all honesty, it is getting better. And I want to give it that chance. I want to give it the same chance that 1 had to enchant me. 1 enchanted me and gave me like the love that I have for that game. I want 2 to reach there too. Also, I also want to be a bit more specific in my talking of 2's story, because in 1 I was a lot more vague, partially because I wanted people to play the game, and I didn't want them just to listen to me and go, wow, that was really cool. Thanks, YouTube man. You have substituted my entire experience of the story. I no longer need to play it. And I'm like, you can do that, but like, can't I give you a little bit? So I'm going to try and, middle of the road there, give some more detail, but not everything. And should we say, hey, you could play the game or watch it online? Because I do think that as much as I could make the perfect expression of my feelings, what I felt when I watched something or when I reached something, it's more often than not that if you watch something yourself and you build up to something over the hours of gameplay or whatnot, you're going to have a much better and more realistic reaction to something. Sure, I can watch, I understand watching like a YouTube video and just kind of living vicariously through it. I fucking watch Wendigoon videos and I think they're great, even though I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's gonna ruin this for you or ruin that for you, of like ARG horrors or whatever the fuck he's making a video on. And the same can be said about people who make reviews of videos or games or things like that. Like Tex Talks Battletech. He tells me all about Battletech. I've never once read in any of the lore books for Battletech, so I got no idea about what the official stuff about Battletech is. All I know is that when Tex starts talking about the fall of Star League, I'm like, this is the best shit ever. You misunderstood me, detective. I was making fun, wasn't attacking you. No, don't worry. I didn't expect you to be. I just mentioned that because I know how those things are. There are things in the back of my mind as a content creator that I think and I felt as a viewer that kind of like that I try to avoid. For example, there's a weird one. I know this is something that I don't really engage in that much, so it doesn't really matter. But oversharing their personal life. Not that I think it's a bad thing to be closer to your fandom, but like I've seen some people that are really deep in oversharing their personal life and getting themselves and their personalities and their sense of selves tied up so deeply in their community that they make a lot of bad choices and then crash out. I think a lot of that comes down to people being a little too young, or being young isn't the wrong word because I'm not like 40. I'm not like an old guy. But when it comes to it, I think maybe having like a more rounded awareness of what being online and what fame could bring you. I'm not famous by any measure of the imagination, but I've watched people at a much smaller level than me, small niche communities, crash the fuck out about shit. Like just go and lose their mind, get swept up in the online fever of something, and it just like ruins their life. And a lot of that comes down to the initial like oversharing and placing their whole life in the hands of their community and the reaction of a community. Like me and the 6 people, I'm talking to you 6 people collectively, will watch and we'll talk here. Chat is slow, we're chatting, you just have to put a handful of comments in, or you need to join the Discord and we can have a short chat. And that's fine. But these people I'm talking, they can't handle something like that. And then when you get to the bigger scales of like things, imagine if I was streaming and instead of just me and you being able to discuss things one-on-one because I can sit there and read your comments, it's an entire mess of video that just runs past at a mile a minute. Those people lose their mind because chat becomes this collective, their fandom, their base, or the people that they think are their base. Just the collective internet becomes something that matters so much to them and it drives them over the edge. I've seen that way too much with a lot of online people and stuff. It's crazy. So I tend to try to avoid that, and I hope that you should avoid that too. You should never I don't know, why am I getting them on this topic in the first place? Anyway, I want to talk about Weathering Waves. And the reason I want to talk about it is, oh my god, it's so bad. Oh, fuck me. All right. Let me get. So last time we were here, we met the Shorekeeper, right? The really hot blue girl who's really hot and has almost 12 design decisions baked into her that make no sense, and a story that's rushed through in an attempt to make her like the best ever. Not only did they try and go like, it's like there's so many things I want to say. So they make the Shorekeeper out as this amazing character who knows about your past to you, but talks in riddles and says she made a promise to you, and also doesn't seem to care about the fact that you've lost your memories. Remember, this is a person who says they've known you for millions of years. Millions with an M. And you, someone very important to her, she doesn't care. Doesn't care that you lost your memories. It's all just bullshit emotional waifu bait. And then, okay, so that's fine. They go through this whole story of her talking backwards and showing how she's like weirdly not comfortable or are not confident in her ability to help people. And I'm like, what? And it makes no sense. And it's kind of rambling, kind of like my videos. And then right at the end of this big adventure, now here's the big weird fucking kicker. So we're going through a simulation. They call this whole thing a simulation the whole time. And they have about the most, they just lore dumping on you constantly in the most unfriendly, unconfusing way possible. We go into a simulation, that's a key point, a simulation of this city being destroyed to try and like do some stuff to like fix some part of the big machine that we're in, right? So we're going into that. For some reason or other, in the middle of this simulation, she decides to kill herself. To have an emotional moment where we can't grab her and she dies. I'm not even kidding. She just kills herself in a simulation. This is the equivalent of playing like a game of fucking Stellaris, and when your empire's capital gets bombed, you're like, the leader of my empire died. I better just pull out a 45 and brain myself. Good lord. Have you seen a Clannad in Midway? I have seen Clannad. I'm sure that analogy works. It's a very specific to me analogy because I've been playing Stellaris too much. But you want to know what's even weirder? And I think this is the biggest unforgivable part of this. Right at the end, after she's dead, because we're in like some sort of weird moment, and I know she's going to come back, obviously. She's dead, in quotation marks. She says, oh, and I finally learned my feelings, and I finally understood for humans. And she looks at you as, the feeling I feel with when I see you is this love. And then she dies and disappears. And I'm sitting here going, wait, was the story like you're giving me this emotional moment, this really beautiful moment. It's animated so well, and the thing that's going through my mind is, wait a minute, you were supposed to be trying to understand human emotions? What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even know this. It's like 90% of the writing for her, and I feel so bad for her. I really do, because she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, and there are some elements deep down inside her character design and story lore that are very interesting, but she has been written so badly and the build-up is so bad that I was confused about what they were trying to do with her. It's like they tried to do 8 different story threads and 8 different ways, and she just got pulled in all the directions and nothing made sense. I felt so bad for her artist. Holy shit, could you imagine drawing such a gorgeous anime girl, being like, wow, I'm so excited for my friends and family to see like this amazing character I helped build, and then they just put her, take her off and use her as like a fucking toilet rag and just like drag her through an ass crack. Just the worst diarrhea story that you ever fucking did see in an attempt to fucking BM Genshin Impact. Because good lord, this was written badly. And you know what? That's not even the worst part. The worst part is inside the simulation of this big event. Like, so this big evil event happened. It was a big simulation, right? So it's like a recreation of all the things. It's revealed casually that everyone in the simulation is a recreation almost one-to-one. It's their real memories. So like, this is the real person reacting. And some of them have come to realize that they're in an eternal loop of an evil death simulation in the final hours of their life. And I'm like, wow, this is super fucked up. Are they gonna like go into this in any depth? Is this gonna be like an interesting thing they're gonna play with? Is it gonna be like, it's so bad we have to use this system, because the system is used to like predict bad events in the real world? So I'm like, okay, so they're gonna play it off that this is like an evil, like it's so harsh and cruel that they're doing this, but it's necessary. Are they gonna play it up? No, they just kind of hand wave it like, yeah, I'm eternally stuck in here. Hi, hi, Rover. I love you, Rover. Rover, you're my mentor. Rover, I love you. Rover, 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 Rover. And then nothing else happens. That's it. That's it. Oh my God, it's so poorly written, and it's so aggravating because it could have been written good. Holy shit, I can see the threads. I can see, hey, I know your helicopter's in a tree right now, but I mean, it's warped and the tail's off and all the blades are missing, but I could see how it would fit together if you were, you know, a good pilot or you had a good engineer. Oh, sorry. I'm losing my head. Speaking of Clannad, have you played Heaven Burns Red?
Yes.
Your game drops for a game. Don't worry. I'm not telling anyone here. I'm not being paid money. Do not play Weathering Waves at the moment. Unless you're like the type of person who's like, yeah, I just want to. You know what? There is a reason here. If you want to play JRPG type games and you want like fun gameplay, and you have absolutely no interest in like story. Like, for example, you're that type of person who's like, what the fuck? I don't know what's going on. I just run around and hit people. If you just like the gameplay, you'll have fun here. Yeah. Gameplay's pretty good. Just better Genshin. It's just like 30% better Genshin Impact. That's it. It's probably the best gacha gameplay out there right now, unironically. Visuals probably are close to top, but I wouldn't call them top anymore. I would say that MiHoYo's still pushing on that. But MiHoYo's stories, I'm getting the extreme awareness that MiHoYo's stories have a limit to them. Which is sad, because they always start off really well. Or at least not completely terrible. Anyway. You know, I think I will make a video on Clannad one day. If I, like, it's one of those things that's on the list, but you know, that list is like almost 100 titles long. Eventually, I will make a video on Clannad, and I think what I'll say will make some people very upset. I'll say it now. I do not like some elements of Clannad, and I know you're watching it there. Who was watching Clannad? I think it was Layfellow. Oh no, Meat Rub. Sorry, yeah, Meat. So I've watched Clannad. The things I would say are very negative. Not completely negative. There are things that I really like, and it's mostly down to a very handful of choices, and technically it's not even in Clannad. But well, you'll get there when you get there. But I think a lot of people do love it. I personally am a generational hater. Are they too tame? Are they too tame or what? For MiHoYo, if you're talking about MiHoYo thing, yeah, they never go deep enough. You'll see it if you watch my 2-hour rant about Endless Zone Zero. But essentially, boiling it down, yes, MiHoYo are much too tame. They like introducing very interesting, high, cool concepts and not following through on them. They are very real in that they get cold feet. It feels like a company that is excited about an idea, but someone stops them, or perhaps they stop themselves, and they stumble when they try to get to the execution of some later things. It's not a big deal early on, and it's not a big deal for more personal, smaller scale stories. But as they go higher and further and try to make more emotional stakes and more stakes for us narratively, they tend to illustrate they buy a beautiful, here's a good way to put it. Metaphorically, they have a amazing dress and they show off the dress to everyone. They're like, I'm gonna wear it. It's cool. Look how beautiful it is. And everyone's like, yeah, it's a beautiful dress. They put the dress on and it doesn't fit, and they're very embarrassed, and then they run out. Basically, they can't pull it off. They just put in some nice clothes. If you're talking about the tame element about Clannad, no, Clannad goes all the way for a lot of its elements. I think Clannad, especially because Clannad is separated into two separate distinct parts. There's the first series of Clannad, which is the opening show. It's a 24 episodes or so, or 20, or maybe it's a bit longer. A dating sim with multiple endings, arrows, that was adapted into a single thing, and there's multiple girls and stuff. It's one of the more traditional adaptations, and that it doesn't adapt one route specifically. Although it does, I will spoil that he does choose a girl in the end. It's one of those ones where it adapts multiple routes, events, and then goes into one girl right at the end. Although I wouldn't say it was like, it's not like it's unfocused. It's still very focused. And then there's the after story, and there's several after stories, in fact. There's one main one for the main story that continues on with the main girl, because the after stories were a separate thing, basically, a continuation after you get together with the girl, because most eroges basically end with the, and then they were together, ending story. But basically that's separated into those two parts. I think there's a lot of problems, I'll say, with it, but because I know some of you are watching it and playing it, I won't say where it is or what it is. And I will say this: everyone who I talk about my problems, they call me a schizo and tell me shut the fuck up. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, you just saw me complain about Weathering Waves for fucking an hour at this point. Okay, 42 minutes at this point. Yeah, I'm the type of person that would make, you can see the kind of annoying shit that I would complain about. All right, I'm already halfway through my bottled water because I'm talking too much. Fuck. You need to head to bed to see you tomorrow. Take care. Try not to rant too much. Oh, thanks, Arctic. Have a good one. Thanks for watching the video, man. And all the help as well. All right. Let's continue this damn story. A Blake Bloom imbued with the storekeeper's longings, holding a key to fresh beginning after saying goodbye to the storekeeper at the end of... Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This makes no fucking sense to me. What did I miss? Did you miss a Clannad rant? No. You did not miss a Clannad rant. I talked about Clannad, but in more vagary terms because some of you are actually playing that game. I mean, game. Oh, you might be playing the game. But I have problems with it. Don't worry. A Clannad rant will come. There will be a Clannad rant. If you've watched all my videos, you know there are several moments throughout it where I randomly turn to start degrading anime that I hate out of nowhere. And it really interrupts the flow of the videos. We do need to talk here. My problems with Clannad. Remember, okay. There are other things, but it's one of my more well-known hatreds of something that is more popular. Because, like, yeah, fucking hate on Shield Hero, sure. But Clannad's like almost universally loved. Clannad is universally loved. Shield Hero people know and do have problems with Shield Hero. So it's understandable I could have a problem with it. And not everyone's immediately going to be like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, with Clannad is up there. It's probably the highest because I'm pretty sure Clannad is almost universally loved. Maybe Fairy Tail is also quite loved, but I fucking hate Fairy Tail. Oh god, there's a few others out there, but you know, I'm getting distracted. It grants the highest access to the test system. See, all of this shit that they're talking about right now is literal, like, fucking just like garbage words that make no sense. All of it. Because okay, you can have garbage shit like this if I could understand the core element of what I was doing. I didn't understand what I was doing until I did it. And even then it was like, what? Oh man, it was so poorly written. You know, that would be great if you'd like, I by this point in time vaguely understand the test system as some sort of early warning earthquake system for the laments. Yeah, took a while for me to figure that out because they were so poor in their fucking description of it. Oh yeah, I did it. I also sacrificed the blue woman who's definitely not dead. She's definitely not dead. She sacrificed herself to save me. Oh my god. In the simulation, mind you, we were essentially playing a game of CS:GO, and she died and decided that, you know, this has got Sword Art Online rules, so I have to kill myself. Shorekeeper watched too much Sword Art Online. She was like, if you die in the cave, you die in real life. Bang! Oh no, the Shorekeeper's... Oh my god, yeah, my response too. I mean, maybe we should have pointed out, like, why didn't she just press Control-Alt-Delete, guys? Yeah, that's true. Correct. It was a simulation. It was a fucking simulation. There was no one there. She's not even in there. Her real body's having a sunbathing time at that fucking watering hole. What, is she still in the process of falling? Oh my god. Oh my god. Are they gonna... Black hole is gravity. Gravity is the only prevalent law that still holds true. If someone once told me that, just for reference, they told that pre-event gravity law thing like maybe 10 minutes before this in like actual gameplay. Fuck me. They just introduce it the moment before it's necessary. They have no idea what foreshadowing is. Was this made by a child who lacked object permanence? Ugh. Law of gravity from the old world still holds true today. Objects of perpetual force in perpetual free fall inside a world state. Oh, I get it. You might still see the black hole surface. Yeah, I know I'm the best. Nobody ever considered looking at a black hole before. That's so cringe. You're so cool, Rove. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. It really sucks because the idea of a world where physics broke down at some point is really interesting. But man, do they have to have it written by like the worst writer in the world who is so desperate to be better than Genshin Impact that they just keep making these shit ass fucking stories? Guys, if we just act like everything's really intense, eventually they'll all accept it. It's really good. Yeah, yell louder. See, like, yeah, like they're not as good as NPCs the NPCs in Zenless Zone Zero are so well made and animated and like shown off that you could totally believe that they're their own thing. That said, good fucking lord. Does anyone remember what Genshin Impact's NPCs look like? It's like night and day. I don't wonder if they're still as bad as I remember. She's been watching over us all along. We'll bring her back. Look at this emotional trash. I barely understood who she was or what her shit was. God, they have such a bad job of building up emotion. It's like they got into your head that by this time the player would be shitting and coming and crying because of how amazing Shorekeeper was, and she sacrificed herself for no actual reason. Every time I watch her streams, I get validated in my choice for not playing mainstream gachas. Yeah. I will say it's good content, though. I mean, I'm not getting 1,000 people checking in to watch this. And most people who check in to watch this, like the people who are not, obviously know of my videos, they're probably people who've played this and like, ooh, someone's playing the game I like. Let's see what they're doing. And then they just come in and I'm just shitting all over it. And then they leave. That's their experience of a normal person coming into this stream. Wait, what? What do you mean, people? What? But the only other people that got captured by the black hole were in the fucking goddamn computer system in a goddamn simulation. See, like, they're just making... you know what this is? Has anyone seen the... Okay, I have... Just to be sure here. I have never watched the new Star Trek stuff, but I have obsessively watched people reviewing it, specifically Red Letter Media. I love Red Letter Media, and they talk about it a lot. And they have showed a lot of examples of this. But Star Trek, specifically the new Star Trek, is filled with sci-fi mumbo-jumbo that has no place or logic. It just sounds good to like people who have like the brain capacity of like a lemon. Like it's just absolute bullshit. That's what this is right now. And by the way, they're randomly bringing up, we can save people from... Are they going to tell me if they... Okay. I'm going to be actually impressed with the level of bad writing if this little chapter here ends with them saving the people who died in like the big disaster, like several hundred and or thousand and or millions of years ago that are in the simulation. If they go save the people in the simulation and they magically come back to life, I'm just going to be like, yeah, fuck, how does anyone even continue? But we'll see. We must fight against the test. Oh my god. Oh god. Now I'm fighting. By the way, I built the test system. Did I tell you? I was actually that good. Yeah, I wrote it in my sleep. Back of my hand coding. Yeah, kind of did everything. It's kind of amazing of me. By the way, none of these people know that I built the test system. They just randomly accept that I'm the best in the world. Oh, it's too risky. Oh, I can't be... Why she got a... She's got a gun. We can't afford to lose another member. Oh no, lose another member. No, I have to do it for the cute anime girl. And also the bad story demands it. Does anyone with... Oh, yeah. See, look, it's here for me to show off that I'm actually the real leader of Black Shore. I'm actually the important one here. Maximum access confirmed. Well, I gotta go short. Yeah, wow, okay. Wow, I just... all they saw was like some random autistic girl who doesn't speak very well just saying, access confirmed, and then walk over here and start going through someone's diary. Yeah, I don't care. I just don't. I'm really sorry. You want me to read shit in Wuthering Waves? How about you make a better story? Okay, if they're gonna tell me I need to actually know shit from this, I'm gonna be so upset. Oh yeah, we failed something. What? What? Why am I in fucking first person view? What's this? Yep, something Colonel Sister. Oh my god, if they're gonna... Don't tell me. Don't tell me that, like, I need to have known something. Oh boy. Confirming access. Detective Chief Stewart. Oh. See, like, they're all shocked that I am, like, got access or whatever. Like, but they're just like, oh, wow, what's wrong? Hand on hip mode. God. And once again, every single line is about how great I am and how awesome I am. Which is standard for a gacha. Which is standard for a gacha, right? You're the best. However, you don't deserve it is the big issue. They basically are glazing you so hard, like just constantly in the game, but nothing ever really fits. It's always, you know, when they glaze, say, Python in Zenless Zone Zero, or they glaze the Traveler in Genshin Impact, or the Trailblazer in Star Rail, or whatever, or the Commander in fucking GFL 2, although that's a bit different. The fact of the matter is, usually they do something to deserve it, right? They build up to, oh, wow, you've done something, you're amazing. Holy shit, that's amazing. Even if it's like you saved this kid from a tree, they're like, damn, bro, that kid was up there, I couldn't get it, but you got it. Fucking hell yeah, peak based. In this, I literally walked 3 meters and like, oh my god, did you see how she walked? I can't believe she did that. Did she know? How did she know that walk system? Did she know that oh my god, that was actually the secret walking from 1,000 years ago. How did she learn that? I've been trying to learn that walking for 10 million, billion, trillion, gazillion years. Oh my god, turns out that walking was the final piece for the code we needed to activate the ultimate super weapon. Oh my god, that's the story. That's the story in all of chapter 1. It's so fucking, oh my god. You can only laugh or lose your mind like I am. Anyway, why would you do that? Are you important? What the fuck? That's an ancient prophecy now! That's a fucking ancient prophecy now! Oh my fucking god! It just never ends! Oh my god. In times of great adversity, the Shorekeeper will reveal herself and support our true leader who is destined moment will rise and save the Black Shore forward. Such fucking bullshit. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Oh my fucking god. It's so, I'm 14 and this is deep. It's like, oh my god. Holy fucking shit, man. Fuck. Oh. This is like, oh my god, this needs to be held up in fucking... Put this in the Library of Congress of what not to do in game dev. Holy shit. Oh, it's so bad that it's wrapped around to being kind of like amazing in its own way. Just randomly, there's a fucking prophecy now. You know what? They probably mentioned it in like a handful of notes when they'd already lost me much earlier on. This is probably just a response to the fact that this game has progressively lost me so bad that I'm reaching this point. Oh, man. Oh my god. You are... Oh my god, now I'm called... See, that's how cool it is. They call me the Astral Modulator. What does that even mean? Nothing. They mentioned it like once earlier. It doesn't even mean it. Who fucking cares? We don't establish anything in this story. And we write it like it's a schizophrenic blackboard of like a 14-year-old. You know, I'd enjoy a schizophrenic story to gacha. I think that'd be great. A schizophrenic, literal schizophrenic who is in a fucking, like, padded room because they can't handle reality and they don't know what's real anymore could probably make a better story than this. And I'd actually be interested in watching whatever story they made. That'd be kind of fun. Man, I've read Chinese face slapping slot with more depth. Yeah. I've read fucking doujins with more. I've read porn with more depth than this. I have seen there are things out there that have more logic and reason that shouldn't have that much logic and reason. I have read people's schizophrenic descriptions of fan fiction descriptions of like shows. I've read like the fucking description on the back of a box of a game. I have read the summary of an event by some random guy that is probably better than this. Like, I don't know who they got to write this, but I feel like they need to be shot. Yeah, we all followed the commands, yeah, because the system you built up. And now you're gonna say... See, like, they're trying to build up the test system as, like, a necessary evil. They're trying to say this system, it predicts the thing, but it hurts people, it's dangerous, and it keeps people like it gets a copy of these people who are sentient in an endless suffering loop thing, right? Like they're just a program, but it's an endless suffering loop. And then like it's dangerous, I don't know, even the fucking apparent simulations can kill you. But they didn't really establish this. It doesn't really hit when you don't establish that the system is like this. What they should have been doing is way different. For example, let's say, before I even reach Blackshore, we could have people talk about, like, the Blackshore people as, like, scary. Like, a weird group of, like, cultists, almost. And then when you get here, like, the place is, like, yeah, it's functioning as, like, a future predicting force. However, it's degenerated over the years, and the Shorekeeper, like, we'll say that she's had problems controlling it or whatever, but, like, it's degenerated into, like, almost a tech priest level shit, where they don't understand the system in depth, but they pray to it almost, like, you can give us the information for the future of danger, and, like, people are suffering in this system, but, like, and, like, maybe they're suffering a bit too much, perhaps, because, like, the people running it have degenerate knowledge, and then we could be understanding at this point that the system is using people as pawns and stuff. We could build the system as almost a non-aware entity, but like a system that is painful to be involved with. But they haven't. As far as I'm concerned, the Blackshore people are just like, oh, that's the guys who run the lighthouse that tell us when the bad things are happening. That's what they're treated like. Or, alternatively, another method could have gone. We could have gone like that this was the big secret they were hiding from people. Like, maybe we get in there and, like, the upper members of Blackshore don't really know, but when you get down to this level, they reveal, yeah, like, it's a suffering system. Like, we need to simulate horrible things, and the simulations are like real, and I don't know, maybe add in some other elements or whatever the fuck. Maybe like there's like the corpses of the people are being constantly reanimated in a puppetry horror, like whatever the hell. Like then you build it up to this, but they didn't, and they just randomly said the test system is evil, or like it's using people as pawns and we need to fix it. Like, you haven't even established any of your face lore for this. See, like, it's trying to look at, oh, wow, don't see people as tools. You built this system! So, yeah. Oh, wow, no system is flawless, no human's perfect, we have the right to test. And, like, they're just showing this. So, like, look at this amazing music they're playing to, like, this absolute fucking pathetic writing. We can't change the past, we change the future. God. The Jinzo arc. when we got, I went through all the Jinzo arc, right? It was kind of shitty. It got to a point on an island where I was like, this is all right, just not that great. And then it got here, and just, my god, the stone sinking of story writing. What? See, they're talking about learn from our mistakes to build a better future. What mistakes? There hasn't been any mistakes that you've told me about. You just said, this is our system. It predicts the problem. Oh no, she died to the system for reasons. And now she's saying, yeah, system, you've made, we need to learn from, what are you talking about? It's so circular and stupid. Oh my god. Because people are the heart of civilization. Oh wow, look at these emotional zooms in on these shitty NPCs that nothing matters for because everyone's just, oh man. We can fix broken systems without people, civilization has no, okay, now you're talking in like stupid fucking circles, Rover. I thought that was just the shorekeeper's job. Oh yeah, this guy, oh yeah, whatever, I don't care. Oh my god, it's Alter. See, like, look, like they're talking just like this is an amazing, like, intense moment where, like, as though we're being attacked, as though there's an enemy at the gates. But this is literally just tech support. We are watching shitty tech support. Someone just fucking went into the Sword Art Online system and decided to kill themselves, and now we've decided to turn it into a big fucking deal. Oh my god, readiness 1. Oh, this is full search mode, open transcription path. See, they don't know, like, this is just like words. This is word soup. Save the shorekeeper and the black shore. Oh, really? I didn't know the entire system was at, like, risk now. Oh, now it is just because it is. Of course it is. Of course, everything's at risk because we need to up the damn. It's just emotional fucking slop for the sake of emotional slop. It's literally nothing but emotion slop at this point. Fuck me. I'm actually... Yeah, I know they keep saying it gets better. I just can't imagine it getting better. Oh... I've got, look, she said like a word that who knows what it is. I'm guessing it was so emotional. Oh, by the way, where'd all the people go? Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's 2 guys to see me off. Do you remember that big emotional moment where, like, all those people were standing there? Would it have hurt you to, like... I mean, I know it was really poorly written. Would it hurt you to, like, have the models here? Would it hurt you to, like, try and... show that? You know what? I'm not going to question it. Let's just go into the fucking giant black hole. Maybe it'll kill me. Yeah. Plus is according, sir. If you're ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Just send me the fuck in. Yeah, come back to it safely. Aren't you going to have like a bit... See, like, the emotional response of these people is stupid. Even if you'd set up that prophecy earlier, shouldn't they have a more intense reaction to learning that you're like the leader of their whole system and the prophesized one to save the fucking Earth or whatever the fuck? Oh my god, it's the robot. Yeah. System Zeus is talking. Yeah. I'm here to get the herd, and then it'll say, but it's a fantasy. It literally just like... Oh, it's denied, guys. Oh no. Oh my god, randomly she's become the core unit for no reason. Because they didn't establish anything. Fossil discharge system. Sure, crash system. Who the fuck? This can be prevented. They shouldn't be sacrificed in vain. Bro, they're already... Okay, aside from the shorekeeper who decided to kill herself, the other people were just records. They were literally just a recording of a bunch of people who have already died. Unless you aren't, and at which point you've done a terrible job of explaining that apparently we have like a bunch of evil, we're an evil group that like sucked up the souls of people and put them in like a computer system, which is kind of fun and cool, but you didn't establish that. Oh, look at this. All sacrifices are necessary. Oh, well, yes, but you've got to have heart and overcome it yourself because, I don't know, love and emotion and oh, God, our emotions can beat it. Oh, my fucking God, I hate this so much. See, like, they're trying to set up, like, wow, the brutal approach to have heart and love in facing the thing, and it's so badly written. And the bad thing is, I really like the idea of this. I like the idea of like a system that is like so cruel and brutal but necessary in its attempt to save something. And like, you could write this well. I mean, it's kind of ruined by the fact that you built it in the first place, but you know. Oh, it was about 10,000 years. Over 10,000 years, a total of 5 global occurrences and over 300,000 regional occurrences have been observed. Yeah. Thanks to the system's calculation and Sentinel's data, we have averted all potential threats. Yeah. So basically it's saying like, oh yeah, okay, let's take it on its word here. It's actually doing a decent job, right? Individual sacrifice like moral contents of the common good. See, like you could write this quite well. Because you know that, like, they're saying in this story right now, you know that they're saying, you can't turn it off. If you do this, it'll, like, ruin everything, and all these people that were trapped in this endless fucking loop are all going to escape and, like, go on to, like, maybe their death or whatever, or it's just going to end. And, like, the system's just like, but, bro, you do that, we're all going to lose. And you know that Rover here is going to be like, yeah, but that's not heart. We can overcome it with love and friendship. And they're going to do that, and the system isn't going to be affected at all. I promise you, at the end of this, there's going to be... Shorekeeper's going to be back. The system will have no actual effect at all. Or they'll say something like, well, thanks to your work there, Rover, we managed to get the system and there was only minor damage, and also it's back online. We also discovered a new algorithmic method. No one suffers at all. Oh my God. Are you just so cool? That's gonna happen. And if it's really funny, it'll magically bring back all the people who were like in like the fucking like black hole fucking simulation world and just magically bring them back to life. Because of course, you know, everyone knows that a simulation of something is just like the real thing. And is not human. See, here's the thing here. Also, keep a note. I, the Rover, made Shorekeeper. This is so, like, autistically written. It's like they forget about what's happening. I made her. And they also point out that to run the system, you need to have emotions. So I made this robot. I specifically gave it emotions to run the system that is hurting people, or apparently hurting people. Not that they've really done a good job of showing that off. I made all of these, and now I'm arguing with my own system to not do it anymore. And it's written so fucking sloppily, it's insane. How did anyone make it past fucking chapter 1? Holy shit, I'm surprised the game made it out of early access. You are just... I wrote you! I wrote you! You are mine! What the fuck, Rover? Oh, you're just a cold machine! I wrote it! Oh my God! Yes! Yeah, now you're gonna say, yeah, oh, motions are... Okay, you're trying to, like, build it up as an evil thing, like, motions are unnecessary for survival. Yeah, I guess, like, for what you're trying to do, Tef system, that's correct. And then she just responds with a fucking non sequitur, but they spark civilization. Sure? Sure? But did you realize that this system isn't designed to spark civilization? It's designed to predict the end? What? This is like going into, like... like... God. It's so fucking retarded. I need to think up something even more insane for a fucking metaphor here. It's like running into like a firefight, like a firefighter's building, like fire station. You run into a fire station and you say, "Stop using water. That water's not yours. Humans, we need that." And they're like, but we need water to hit the fire. And when the fire gets hit with the water, the fire goes away. It's a necessary element of the fighting of the fire. And then you respond with, no, all humans deserve water. What? These things are unrelated. What the fuck is wrong with you? God. Oh, error. Oh, error. Why doesn't the computer just say those two things are unrelated and you're also retarded? By the way, you wrote me. You wrote me! I'll bring them back no matter what. And I won't leave anyone behind because I'm the hero. And I... You know, it would be nice if because if they played up this idea of like the old rover perhaps being a different person to the current rover, that would be more interesting. But they're not, and they want to have yeah, like this, and they're just gonna say, "I'll fix your error." See, there you go. Because I'm gonna turn out to be the best hacker man ever. Of course, I've already found the solution. Where did I find the solution? I don't know. It's just because I... Oh, wow. Just, yep, now the system's just acting stupid. Like, because, like, they can't write anything without everyone reacting retardedly. But not in the good way. Like, like enjoying and talking about trains with me. But in the bad way. Which is more like brain damage, actually. It'll be cool if the player gets to see consequences from shutting down. If they do, I'm telling you right now, they won't. They won't. They won't. Because that would be... an apathetic supercomputer. You wrote this! You made this! I hate the main character right now. Before, she was just like a random hanger-on that everyone wanted to suck on her titties. Because obviously I can't say suck on a dick because she doesn't have one. But now it's just like, she's just so dumb. Fuck me, I don't know if I can get through chapter 1. Consequences in Weathering Waves? Yeah. Consequences would be great, wouldn't it? It would be great, but even in normal gacha, consequences are a very fucking unrealistic thing to expect. Because the games are... I feel bad for the 10th system. The 10th system was built by her. The 10th system literally made by this girl to save the world, whose entire job is predicting this thing, is being told by an emotional, weird lady that has just come in here, who is literally the computer's maker is like, I've been doing this for 10,000 years. I've saved so many people. And now you're just saying random shit and demanding that I turn off to save people, but if I do that, then more people will die. Why don't you understand that? And then the people going, I already have the solution. It's having a heart. Okay, you know what? 10 out of 10. If they go as far as saying friendship will save the day and the test system just turns off and nothing ever happens bad because of it, I'll think it's great. 10 out of 10. That's so stupid that it's just great. See, they need to talk about how the system... They need to talk about how the system... They need to talk about how the system was made by her. Like, they're not mentioning it. That she built this. Hachiko's gachas do it is, you just mostly play with the ones with bad stories. That might be true. That may be true. But I mean that there's a difference between consequences of like the player's actions and consequences of other characters or the world, right? It's very common that a player will walk into a situation and stuff and like solve it, or there'll be problems in that situation, but very, very rarely will a direct action of a character that is built like this turn into an actual negative they deal with. Perhaps I'm wrong, but like I just feel that that's how it is. Even for GFL, there's while there are actions that have more consequences in that, nothing is built up to this level like that in that, I guess. But there are definitely... Gacha characters are supposed to be, for the most part anyway, they're your vehicle. They're the person who's meant to be beloved. And the devs behind this knew that and just clearly slathered it on. So I just don't think they have the confidence to make it bad. If they do, perhaps they'll do that in chapter 2 and they'll like make it interesting. So let me just fight a giant robot and yeah. Oh my god. See, cutscene wise, they look nice. I'll give them that. Oh no, it's teleported me somewhere. And now I'm gonna fight a giant, like, thing. Oh my god. What's they gonna send after me? Oh god, it's so hard, guys. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I'm not actually doing anything, by the way. I'm just making it go. Oh my god. Oh, I needed to press space bar. Oh, space bar. Wow, guys. I'm so engaged. It's so engaging, everyone. See, like, she's saying, leave me here. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, guys. I gotta press T this time. Whoa, that was so hard. Now I'm just like, that, okay, the spinning, okay. It doesn't actually make sense, right? It doesn't actually fucking make sense at all. Like, it's cool in a lot of ways, but nothing makes sense here. Yeah. Don't look back. Nothing makes sense. It's all just emotional drag and slop for no reason. Like, it looks cool. I'll give it that. I'm just so, like... See, like, the way they're building up... What? The shorekeeper will enhance your basic attacks. Yeah, what? What are we doing? I don't understand. Oh, I just have to press attack. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god. Calling my last what the fuck is a sonar? Oh yeah, it's a, like, nanomachines or something. Like, it would be way cooler if they built up so much for this. I just kind of, I've kind of got over feeling angry at, like just hilarious at how bad it is, and I just feel sad now. Like, wow, wow, how fun was that, guys? Did you like the part where I was running down the ice when it was grass? But it's like, you know, sliding down it. Yeah, that was fun. Yep. Visually, it was good. Oh, now they're gonna send a giant robot. Yep, there it is. Oh my god. The test system will send a big robot at me. Because, yeah. You know what? Yep, monster. Oh, oh no. It hit me. Oh no. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, it might actually kill me. One thing to call. Okay, as much as I keep shit posting. Okay, let's use this. What is it? What? It's a new. Oh yeah. I just feel, you know what I think would be nice? A gacha game where I think a gacha game where the main character is actually a villain would be a very interesting idea. I quite like the idea of Proxy initially. Oh, I'm just dying. You know what? It's probably not going to let me die. You know what? I'm going to make a prediction. It'll just like magically mean that I won't die for no reason. For no reason, it'll be like, yeah, you can't die. Oh, fuck you. Ow! I'm totally gonna die. The game is upset at me for being like annoying and not like it. What the fuck? I totally dodged that. Fuck. Press this. Just press that. Got him. I just died? What? No, I won. That was weird. Oh, now it's gonna make... Now it's gonna use her as evil. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, it's summoning the shorekeeper! Oh! See, like, there's so many interesting elements, and like the visuals are nice, and it's written so fucking badly. And I think the biggest issue is these problems that's written here, like in an individual story, are terrible. And like, but like the fundaments of what they're writing are just so badly written. Oh, she's gonna activate her super mode to be real cool. Oh my god. Yeah, because I'm the hero and you know, it doesn't matter. I can just do whatever I want. And logical consistency be nothing in the face of something like this. Like, it's visually beautiful. Like, this is gorgeous. But you know what would be great? If she did have to leave someone behind. Wouldn't that be a much more interesting story? But I think it'd just be a different kind of vibe. That's like... I like the idea of a story that, like, actually kills its characters. Or is more harsh. Or leads to more negative elements. Or perhaps, you know, fundamentally makes a more interesting narrative. But I think what Weathering Waves... Like, oh yeah, right. just randomly, I'm just fucking playing. Yeah. Alright, you know what? She wants, rather than looking after the girl on the ground, she wants to aura farm. She's like, nah, come and sit next to me, girl. Girl, come and sit next to me. Girl, get your ass over here. Or was that her memories? I don't know. It would have been nicer if I guess it was a memory, but not that. Oh, look, is the flood? She's dead. And now she's back. Oh. Okay, that was probably something in the past. You know what they should have done? They should have made it in the past that, like, I was dressed in something different. Why did I have the same outfit on? They just made no sense. Fuck me. You kept this from me? See, look, she's just like, yeah, we'll find another way. It's all gonna be fine. Smile. Look, the cute anime girl's happy, guys. That means everything's okay. She smiled. Oh my god. Best out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm IGN. Fuck, I hate myself so much. Oh my god. Oh, wait a minute. I'm actually 1,000,000 years old? See, like, this is something they should have focused on. The lack of memory. See, this could have been amazing if she had have gone from emotional and upset and like sacrificing herself because her former mentor that she loved was dead to realizing she can build back those memories. But they never did. This is so... Like, 18 people made this story yelling at each other in a boardroom, and each of them had an interesting idea, but were also desperate to keep their idea in, but none of them fucking budged. Yeah, oh yeah, just did it said, yeah, just start playing Moonlight Sonata. Fuck, if they had like gone all in on just playing up that element, I would have enjoyed it. Fuck it, just play up the element in like a more silly way, like that you're playing as the Eminence and Shadow Man. I'd be like, yeah, sure, 100%, go for it. Maybe not perfectly the type of story I like, but it would make more sense and be kind of fun. But instead, they just made this actual slot. You know, I want the lament to now kill a bunch of people. I want the lament to just murder a bunch of people. It'd be great. What? Oh, she's still talking in riddles. Oh? When you establish blush notes, no, the translation is different here. She didn't say the test system already existed. She said that the test system started to exist from that moment. Later you discovered it relied on emotions from lament to fuel its calculations. Without them, it cannot function. See, explaining this before all the shit is dumb. It's a bad move. You leaning a man against itself is like walking on a Mobius with no wings. See, like, you're trying to make this shit work, but you're just doing a poor job. Establishing that the system itself is like a re-engineering of the lament is interesting. it would have been very interesting, right? They could have built it up of like, oh, you're using the lament as a weapon against the lament, and it's also kind of like it's evil in its own way. But they don't establish that. They just throw shit at you. It's like shotgunning a fucking wall. I want a big titty girlfriend. Go for it. She's got pretty good tits, I guess. I like this girl. She's hot. I mean, the MC's got massive tits. Pretty, well, not massive. You've tried this for millennia to break the cycle. And like, is it now she succeeded? See, like, okay, the idea. You made a system. The system was made, but you realized that like what you were tapping into is like basically recreating painful memories for people. And you're making these these painful existences of like people's memories. And see, here's the weird part. They haven't established. Are these real people in there? Are we like got the souls of people in there? Or have we got like just copies and we're just sad that we're using copies? They don't make any logical base, you know? They're not building off anything. They're just kind of slapping shit together and they don't establish anything with any sort of like clarity. It's all like vagary. You already knew the best solution. It was one you couldn't accept. The solution is me. The tool always meant to become... Wow. Yeah. See, the old version of her could have been interesting if they changed it, but it's just basically the same character. Oh, 3-stream streak. Nice. If I don't do this, the module will be chosen as the core. See, now they're just throwing shit in there. She sacrificed herself to stop you from becoming the core. It's like, what? You're just throwing this at me the last second? Like, Grandma, please, stop having Alzheimer's when you're trying to write your story. I want to understand what happiness really is. No, she didn't say understand. She said she wants to feel it. Although I guess it is Chinese originally, so who knows? Maybe this is the writing is better. Ah, God. So she discovered feelings. So she's like, oh, wait a minute. I want to save you, but then I have feelings and it makes me feel bad. I don't want to kill myself. God, fucking damn it. Maybe if you had talked and shown these things beforehand. It is a China L. This is like... And China has made some good fucking games recently. They've made some good fucking games. You lied to me? No, girl. You didn't fucking lie to me. You didn't say anything. You said a bunch of random tautology that made no sense and then just like confusingly led me on an adventure. They didn't make my heart. Also, is it not kind of weird that we have like a almost romantic relationship with Shorekeeper when we made her? In other words, 10 out of 10, they should make out now. See, look, she's getting emotional after being all like non-emotional. Like, I know what they're trying to do here, but it just doesn't hit. Salvation is building where people who no longer need to be saved. Oh man, I don't know if I can get through all of this. This is why we return to this shore. As you're gonna say, it's like, I don't know, like it's a fucking... That is the black shore of this weathering waves or some bullshit. No one should be treated as a mere tool, yeah. It's all emotional bullshit without any logical underpinning. Logic? We don't do that here. Make out. I'll forgive everything if they start kissing. We're back at the... They did it! They actually did it! We're back at the Black Shores now! Back to... Okay, now, just say, these are the weathering waves of our hearts or something or another, please. Add it in. Just say, I'm weathering your waves now. Welcome back, my shorekeeper. That's kind of okay. Oh, God. Or capture the essence of it. Did you mention how you are? I'm playing Roblox strategy games because my enemies keep using, because I'm too good. What? I don't know what I am doing. Thank you for saying. Thank you for the chainsaw, man. Oh, yeah, writing. Oh, you are my. Oh, thank you, shorekeeper. What? Because we're on the Black Shore, and you're keeping my death system. Oh, right. You know, if this had come out right around the time that Chainsaw Man have ended, someone would have made some level of shit like that because this is so fucking bad. It's written so badly. So visually great. Make out, kiss. Just do it. I'll forgive everything if they like have a heavy make out scene with tongue and maybe some light petting. My star. Oh, so beautiful, guys. Do you understand what was happening at all? Me neither. Yay. Oh my god, it's over. Oh my god. Thank god it's over. Where do I leave? Optional, adjust time. Okay, how do I adjust time? This button. 2 days later, get the fuck out of here. Please. Alright. I think this might... Okay, this is just gonna be this little bit, and we're done. Oh, thank god. I drank 2 energy drinks and now I feel bad. Yuri is overrated. Yuri... I mean, like, you could be the male character there anyway. I know that, like, Yuri has become, like, a big battleground for a lot of gacha games online recently. Not recently, it's been happening for the past few years now. But I have an interesting position on it. I think they're just idiots. I think it just comes down to idiots. Because, like, I'm playing a gacha game. I can choose to be, like, you know, anime girl with, you know, nice ass. Or I can choose to be guy with nice pecs or whatever, and it's fine. I just feel that they should treat them both the same. I don't give a fuck about who's on the trailers. I don't give a fuck about who's on, like, the promotional material. I don't give a fuck about your head canon of, like, yeah, clearly they're Yuri. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't care. The only thing that should matter to me, and this is the thing I hold true to for everything, and I know, like, it is different when some characters, like the choice characters are different characters and they have their own personalities. But in a game like Weathering Waves, where the main character basically has the same default personality, which is not actually a personality, it's just you are a good person acting good for the goodness of goods. I think that romance elements should just be the same between either, and they should just never even bother with mentioning, like, oh yeah, I'm actually bisexual. No, who cares? Just leave it. Just have it happen anyway. Who cares? I don't care. Like, honestly, I don't care. If you want to do romance harem shit, just have romance harem shit. You can, if you want to have your main character be like a just like a guy or a girl and make it romance harem shit only for that, also good. I think you should do whatever you want. I think the real issue that comes around from the Yuri shit that keeps coming on and fucking up, player sexual. Basically player sexual. I think the real issue that we see with, like, especially with the Yuri crowd online a lot, is they're just a lot of really annoying people. I don't know why Yuri has attracted so many annoying people, because Yuri itself is fine, in my opinion. Yeah, 2 girls making out, hell yeah, go for it. I'm all for it. 2 girls making out, 10 out of 10. You know, go whatever. I don't know why they see the need to, like, demand other people submit to their headcanon, but I find that a lot in gacha games. There's a lot of gacha games that have a lot of people that sit around and almost make it their personality to demand or pretend that a game is following their, like, internal headcanon for some reason. They never explain why, though. Like, I think maybe it's because, like, it might be because, like, a gacha game has so many, you know, like, it's so accessible that everyone can play it, so even, like, idiots can play it. And people who don't have anything can play it, that kind of thing. Who knows? Anyway, let's end this. Let's get in the final cringe. Also, did you say something on Clannad? I didn't go in depth, so don't worry about it. I'll go in depth after you've finished it. Finish the game, meet, come back to my stream, and if you confirm that you've finished playing it, then or watching it, I'll talk about it. Look, the wave was cute. Maybe it's the same why Vocaloid fans are on the weird side. Maybe. I'm not playing the game. Yeah, don't worry, I didn't play the game either. I just watched the anime. But the game is quite big and long. A lot of people who complain about the things that I complain get told to play the game and it'll make more sense in the game. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, You mean Abby? That frequency dwelling within you. Who? Oh, yeah, the little cat thing. The little, like, Paimon replacement. What about it? Oh, yeah, adding some more, like, vagaries. Maybe you'll make the plot with the little Paimon replacement good as well. She hasn't been being annoying lately, so I guess I'll talk about that, yeah. She's been quiet. She usually tells me how, you know, endless stuff because she's trying to be pretend Paimon. You know, maybe they really should have, like, just not given everything, like I said, name. I only played Steins Gate. Steins Gate's a great game. I really should play the game. I've only played it a little bit and watched some other people play it, and then I watched the anime. But I watched the anime very early on in my anime watching career. And you know, in fact, I did a real bad thing. I watched it again later, though, given this. But the first time I watched Steins Gate, it was on a USB that someone had given me. I was just at school. Someone gave me a USB and said, here you go. Like, fucking trading illicit USBs of anime. And I was like, what's this? And they said, it's a good shit. Check it out. I'm like, all right, I'll trust you. I go home, watch it, and it was great. However, about halfway through the thing, it started fucking up, and the audio and the visuals started fucking up, and I could barely make out what was happening. But because I was an idiot, I just kept watching, so I had like a horrible experience with it, even though I liked it. Later on, I came back to watch it again, much later, but I was like, damn, what the fuck was watching me? Well, it was the equivalent of watching a show that jumped between 720p and 1p and like 130. It was so bad. Oh. Oh, whoa. There we go, guys. Confirmed, guys. Teth system's back online. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, maybe not. Is it magically back online and fixed? Let's see. Or are they just going to ignore it and say, together we'll overcome it? Let's see. Let's see. What do you mean fixed? It wasn't broken! Oh my god. Oh, I just want to get out of this hellhole of bad writing. Oh, here we go. We've randomly made, we changed the core that we brought up at the last second that it said it needs to use either you or me, but we've randomly replaced it with a magical Deus Ex Machina bullshit to change out that one fact because we wanted the emotional impact of saying one of us has to die, but we didn't want to have the consequences. So we've magically made it that there's a frequency to replace it. And it's better. It's better than the old one. See, yep, there. It's more harmonious and mild. I hate this story so much. Oh my god, I hate it. Fuck. No, she's not confined anymore because we need a roller in the gacha, guys. I'm gonna come on your adventure and... well... See, like, I didn't even know she was locked in here. They never told me. This is what freedom feels like. This is what it feels like to be inside the mind of a schizophrenic who wrote a story. Okay, no, like, once again, a schizophrenic would write a better, more interesting story. This feels like to be in the mind of the world's worst dev. I hope that the writer who made this feels bad. I hope they bullied him at the Kuro Games. I hope they constantly bring up, hey over there, how's Shorekeeper, mister? And he just sits in his little cubicle because they don't let him write anymore. And they all like laugh at him. And when they go by, like, you know, the women in the company just like start giggling and he just like, he crouches down more because he's like, they're laughing at me. And instead of it being just him being insane, no, they are laughing at you because you made the worst story I've ever written. I mean, sorry, this is not the worst story ever written, but it's the worst fucking gacha thing I've read in a long time. If it wasn't for you motherfuckers, I wouldn't be playing this. You can trust Black Shores to carry out my duty. Oh, yep, so all's well, end well. Yep, oh, full support, yep. Could you imagine how much better this could have been? This could have been so much better. And I just... Shorekeeper, you're gorgeous. You're hot as fuck. And yet... You've written so badly. I just feel bad for you, bro. God. You know what? I'm going to say it. I really fucking hated. What was it? I really hated. In Genshin Impact, the part where you go to the Japanese island, right? You go to the Japanese island and it's written badly. Like, so badly, right? It so drags and dull and made a lot of poor choices. However, shut the fuck up, I'm talking to the people. In that one, it had a few moments that were really bad. It had a few key elements that it could change that I think could have made it better. This was so all over the place as a dog's breakfast that you got to build it up from the base here. Look at this. You can have her emotionally riding this, playing on the piano. You have the option to sit down with her in the sun. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful and means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. I have my opinion of chapter 1 of Weathering Waves went like this. It went up at the... Okay, no, sorry. I started at a base and I had a steady down, down, down. And then it sharply went down. This was off stream. This is when I was playing. I wasn't even streaming at this point. Streaming the game at this point. And when it crashed down into nothing about being how bad it was. Later on, I came back to it. And I crashed out around about the part where you fight a giant monster and it made no sense. Came back to it and was like, played it on stream. I was like, let's see if this is better. Let's come back. Let's see if they've improved. They got a little better. It wasn't good by any measure of the imagination, but it was all right. We were going through and building up. And I finished that part and I was a bit disappointed at its ending. And I was pointing out some of the endemic long-term things. Because the ending of the part previous to this basically says, you're a god. By the way, you are confirmed to win. Like, it literally just says, you are a god and you will win. That's the actual ending of the thing. It just talks about how you're a god. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is kind of emotional and intense, but it is also a very poor description of a narrative, because you're essentially telling me I'm going to win, right? That the story is just going to be how I will succeed. But what are they doing now? But it wasn't the worst. This is, not only is there deeper lore that's ruined by being just boring and uninterested and fundamentally broken, it just goes even further. Oh. Is this the start of chapter 2? Who's this? I don't even know who this is. I don't even know you. Or you were... Do you want me to put seeds inside you? I say, I would. Eh, she's cute though. Is this like a... Did I start an event quest accidentally? Okay, so they're all part of Blackshore and they bring flowers here. You like flower? Ah, you see the Patreon contributors... Okay. Yes, I blame them. Patreon can trump people giving to Patreon. My suffering right now is your fault. Otherwise, I have to blame myself, and, you know, I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to take responsibility for my own actions. Okay. I like her voice. Okay, I'm trying to overcome the problems I had before. Let's not think about that. This might be the start of chapter 2. Look at the side boob, guys. That's some impressive side boob. She has her own seed that she really likes. Damn, girl, if you want to get fucked, tell me.
その種が健やかに育ち、開花の時に全てがこの手に収まるのを想像する。
Damn, okay.
私だけのものになるその瞬間を。
Okay, girl, damn. Yes, and she also said just she's being a bit yandere then. I like a good yandere.
だからこうやって見守るのはとっても素敵なことなんだよ。
That's not what she said. She just said, oh my god, I hate not knowing whether or not the Japanese is right or the fucking Chinese made it different. Oh god, I can't tell. Either way, she said, so that's why watching over it is really nice. She didn't protect its breeder? What the fuck is breeder? Are we trying to just be more lewd for the sake of it?
これは私の個人的な趣味。漂白者ブラックショーはどうだった？
It was. Can I have the option of saying it was bad?
あなたブラックショーとショアキーパーを助けてくれたんでしょ？
You got us out of a huge mess. I don't know. If I remember correctly, you weren't here back then, I guess, because literally it happened 10 minutes ago. Very real. Yeah, I know. Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Whatever. There was a bunch of NPCs whose names I never got. It was really exciting. Oh, so she doesn't know that I'm... I guess everyone else doesn't know that I'm a million-year-old super god or whatever. Yeah, because I'm a god. Why don't you just say it? Why don't you just say I'm a god? I think she's kind of cute. Yeah, she's pretty cute. I'm a god? Say I'm a god. She's gonna walk away. Just walk away. Yeah, fuck you. Nah, sorry, I got a call on my goddamn water bottle. Eric call? I don't know who you are. Hey, you know, that's another thing. They didn't magically bring back all the people that were inside the black hole. There you go. I guess they did go all the way. Oh my god, I'm talking. Oh my god, a reward? Duty calls, I gotta go? You really want to get close. I feel like... Yeah, like... This writing is awful. In terms of the... Because what she did say, just for your reference, I mean, you guys don't speak Japan. Oh, congratulations, bit popularity. Whatever. That's not what she said. She said, that's a little sad. Like, completely different. Like, that's a little sad, a little unfortunate, because she wanted to stay around with her. I'm a bit jealous. Like, why? She didn't say, hope you don't mind. See, like, I feel like I really need to look up whether or not this was like the Chinese thing or the Japanese thing. Because I can't complain about it. But if this was originally Japanese, the localization would be absolute shit. Oh, she's got headaches. Oh no! She's got cancer. Brain cancer. What is she doing? Yeah? What? Okay. Like, the yandere girl following us, that's kind of nice, I guess. It's not the worst. Okay. I don't want... Okay, I hope it's not... I might have got into a story mode or something. I'm within, like, an event. Something to... Alright. Okay. Let's check... No, wait. Let's check. Yeah, I think I'm on a, like, an event path. Yeah. See, all these, like, fucking bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Just track this one. Just take me back to wherever that is. Apparently the little monster in my chest is, like, weakening in its frequencies, whatever the hell that means. I assume that means, like, the little Paimon. So, yeah. I'm guessing that quest I just had is completely, like, that scene I just had was probably just some random bullshit. I'm guessing that you would have had to go here for an event, so I just activated the opening of that event. All right, let's go back to her. She's going to tell us... Ooh, cool, she got guns. One thing I will say about their guns, absolute trash. Actual trash. Like, I like that they're using guns, but man, look at that shit. Like, come on. You can make a cooler looking gun than that. I don't like chromey, techie guns. I like, you know, I like kind of like rough and tumble, like brutalistic guns. Like 40k Imperium guns are cool for me. They look like shit that you'd like, that is like scratched up and fucked up. It's good. Hello, I've seen you again. Are you going to have a better riding time? Yeah, I'm back. What are you playing alone? Damn, look at her tits. For all of the negative things I've said. Impressive rack. Did I? I was too busy yelling about how bad the writing was. You can keep zooming in on her smile and stuff, but it's not going to make the story better. Just going to make me want to look up pictures of her in without the clothes on later. I'm kidding, I would never bother. This writing is so awful that I wouldn't even want to look up porn. I wouldn't even... If I came across Twitter of Shorekeeper with her clothes off, on principle, I just click away. On principle! Anyway, yeah, let's say she's like, she's getting the little... I fucking don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, let's just accept the little weird... At least they've learned to make the... At least they've learned that if they're doing a flashback, they should just give it a different color palette. Okay, so my Paimon is dying. I'm guessing there might have been some short events or story elements for this that I missed because I didn't go and do those side things because obviously it's jumping frames from Straptors. Why is it zooming in on her like that? It looks really weird. Like, why was that nod? Like, they were doing okay with like a, look how serious the little Paimon ripoff is looking. And then they just made it do a weird little dance. Okay, I'm just locked in on the most annoying things. Oh, I gotta go back into the text system, sure. Sure, let's hold hands. Oh my god! Holding hands time! Oh my god! Touching a woman! Oh! Wait, isn't she? She's wearing the same clothes. Is she wearing the same clothes? I think she is. I think they are. Oh god. See, the idea, now before we get into it, the idea of here is the alternate version of me, the one from the past who is going to send me a message. Reasonable. Interesting. Okay. I'm here for it. Negative element. Why is she wearing the same clothes? She should have different clothes. I hate this whole like logic that gacha games do of like long time past looks the same. Sure, she's a god, so naturally she wouldn't age, but why is she wearing the same fucking outfit? Like, try and establish some differences where she's wearing maybe like a long robe or something. You know, come on, just put in some effort. Always like, oh, but it was easier to just put a model of her and like filter it so it looks robot-y. She's gonna act the exact same as well. If she doesn't, I'll give him credit. Oh yeah, so the past one literally had knew exactly. By the way, the past version of her, because what did we do to the Shore system? What we did is we just basically blew it up. We blew it up and it just worked out. And decided that, yeah, like, it's fine now. We blew it up. It's okay. And the past her is like, I guess you just blew it up. Why didn't you blow it up back then? They didn't even establish there was a reason why she succeeded now or she didn't succeed in the past, even though she never really had to succeed. It just didn't make any sense. Thousands of years worth of data. You know, they mentioned, again, problem with the years. I'm guessing there's a time loop going on, perhaps. However, you may notice that all information... Yeah, because... Yeah, because you erased your own data. She's got nice ass. After my memory, I will awaken for the first time and become you. See, like, I think one of the lost elements here is they could have made the character she used to be different. For example, imagine if she was like a lot more energetic or perhaps, no, not energetic. Imagine the past her talking in like a more of a depressed voice, like a, only you will see this message kind of voice. And like a, I've done everything I can. You might be confused about why I've deleted all the information and why I did what I needed to do. And like, be a bit more mysterious, a bit more like, she's like, sounds like a jaded person. They could do a lot more with it. Yet they go with the most simple, most uninteresting approach every fucking time. What did... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, voice, the text is completely different from what she's saying. Basically, Old Thing says, you're going to go through the world. You've probably got an idea that something is wrong of what is happening, but I can't tell you everything yet. Instead of, taste of civilization struggles? What the fuck is this writing? Yeah, if that one is also awakened, probably the stupid little Paimon. Yep. What does the Paimon do? Okay, sure. I'm guessing that's another city I have to go to. Great. You give me magical balls. What the fuck? Okay, no, that was unfair. Man, the writing is really bad all of a sudden. Like, in terms of, like, connecting. Before, the writing was kind of, like, similar. Like, they would write... The text would be one thing, the voice would be another thing. Okay, just... I'll make it clear for you guys who probably don't understand it and see what that was. Basically, right at that moment, she said there's a paradox between fate and humanity's future. And like, what will you choose when you realize this? And it could be referencing, say, like, that, you know, the world is fated to end or something like that or whatever. But then the text is like something about civilization. I can't remember. It was already gone from my mind. But the biggest, most shocking thing is it was so disconnected. Like, I really am unsure about this. I'm curious about the Chinese. I'm so curious because it's so disconnected. Is the writing just, like, the localization that bad? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Gachas always make a mystery box like this at the start of their stories. No coincidence, you're finding it now. What? I think I should trust it? No. She said that message, it's for my sake, to give myself a path forward. And she just says, I think Man, this is really poorly done. Why is it so bad all of a sudden? Because, like, I'm telling you, this is... Oh yeah, the dragon who, the sentinels are the dragons that, by the way, I rose and created. I literally made all the dragon gods in this world. I'm pretty sure I am a dragon or some level of a dragon type thing, or a god dragon, one of the things. Yeah, so I gotta go.
音階にまつわる技術で世界に名を轟かせる音階のということはリナシータで今はちょうどリナシーこれを持って行って
So basically she say go to next area for a major story quest.
親愛なるビジネスパートナーへ近景リナシータでは仮説カルネバーレを迎えようとしておりますそこで主催者である我々モンテリファミリーはあなた様を客人としてラグーナへお招きしたいと存じます。
Okay, so I've been invited to like a
モンテ
thing.
リファミリーからの誠意としてカルネバーレの参加資金をご用意しました。
Yay! All right.
そちらは
I'm already on board with this one. They're gonna give me some cash.
あな
Hell
た様が黒い花を金の天秤に置く意志があるのならモンテリファミリーはあなた様を最も大事な客人とし永遠の友情を誓いましょう
I don't know what a Blake Bloom is, to be honest. I think I've mentioned it before. Got no idea.
心よりお待ちしております
The Montelli family.
リナシータの都市国家ラグーナで最も勢力が大きいファミリーの一つ、カルネバーレはリナシータの最も重要で盛大な祭りその開催期間中
Okay, so it's... Okay, so there's a big old festival going on. Looks like Italy. We're going with an Italy vibe for the next one. Okay, so that's the new city. Seems like a good time. We'll go have fun, I guess.
純粋ただブラックショアにとってリナシータは今週に現れた名式祖先の兆しに影響され
Revival has triggered a similar reaction in other
他の地
countries.
域の名式もそれに反応を示した
I don't know. I can't remember what the fuck a Therodot is. That's probably from earlier in the story that I've forgotten
名
entirely.
式にその真相を探るためリナシータのいくつかの都市国家に花持ちを向かわせたけど向こうはどうやらブラックショアの介入を拒んでいるらしい
They don't. Okay, see, once again, a small thing. A hint of skepticism in the in the voice. She says it's met very harshly and like prevented from interfering. So it's very strange that it's suddenly
でも今
text in the voices
ブラッ
changed
クシ
so
ョア
much.
はモンテリファミリ
God,
ー
maybe I just turn
の
off the
客人として
stop
招
reading
待
it.
されているこれは紛れも
All right, how do I get there? Do I take a boat? Is there a train? A plane?
待って空間をつなぐトンネルを開ける
Okay, I'm gonna use teleportation. Neat. We could make a lot of money. Just like magically going, what? I wasn't ready. Wait. Yeah, I didn't even ask for that. You just do it a bit quick, you know? It's a bit sudden. I haven't got my bags. I don't have a change of underwear.
トンネルを開けたらあなたの負担が大きくなるこんなことより
You don't have to worry about a small matter. I'm probably more like low for... I don't know why, but yeah, sure. Low profile, bro.
分かった
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, it would have been nice to magically get there. They haven't established she has limited superpowers.
アールトにリナシータ行きの船を用意させる
If they had like established she has superpowers that are like limited, maybe, but yeah, we've already gone over this route about how badly they've done it in this one. Speak up, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care. I literally don't care. Ah, wait, where am I going? Fast travel to the port? Oh, thank God. How do I fast travel to the port? I want to talk to that weird little robot. Fuck off. You haven't won my my interest. I do like the design. Very Chinese design, which is kind of weirdly rare considering a lot of these gachas are made in China. But no, it's a nice design for a character. Side moves just peak. Hey there, Alto. Take me the thing. I want to get out of this. Sure, whatever. I don't care. Just take me out of here. I want to get out of this hellhole that was Chapter 1. Shut up, Alto. It looks like one of the ships that they would use to move drugs between countries. 10 out of 10. Is it like a submarine? Yeah, look at this line. Nearly lost my shirt. So localizing. The localizing is horrifying. Silly fun thing. The Sentinels like a god. The Sentinels treat the Sentinels like god. You know, it's. I literally made the Sentinels, so they're gonna reveal that and turn out that I'm like the god of gods. The god's god. Telling you right now, there'll be a scene where like their god wakes up and goes to me, my beloved. Yeah, I'm ready. Take me. Let's go to. Hold your britches. That wasn't what was said at all. God, I'm shocked by the writing quality just turning into shit. The fuck happened? Did they just lose their mind? Like seriously. Okay, I'm in a boat. Boat, take me wherever I need to go. Oh, you're back. Oh, POV. I'm with my little Paimon ripoff. Thanks, Nanachi. See, like, the way they phrased it. If I don't press next, it looks like it's frozen. But no, the way they phrased it's like, wait, what's that video? In the thing, it's like, in the way that it's phrased, however, was more like a, huh. It was more like a, and there's also large shadows down here, instead of this, wait! I can see it too. It's getting closer. Not it's getting closer. Dangerous. Well, maybe I should say, well, I'll watch out. We'll be fine for that. Ooh, that looked cool. It's a big whale. Fuck you, whale. What did I do to you? Oh shit. Subnautica time? Am I gonna be eaten by a whale? I am. Well, let's try to. Well, Alto's gonna be upset. I lost his boat. Splat. What? What? Was that a girl? Was that girl inside a fucking... Okay, I'm met by like the most fucking over-the-top pirates in the world. 10 out of 10. Well, okay, they're very much going for a Venice look. So this is Italian, I guess. Or perhaps just this guy is.
これぞまさに冒険探の幕開けにふさわしい展開。そうだろ？
Yeah, thanks for helping out, bro.
礼には及ばんさ。
Merely my
霧
duty,
の
dear
濃い
friend.
この航路は
The thick thickens are shrouding this ever tumultuous. You know, maybe I should say what the Japanese
今
is.
回は初めてかい？
Is this your first maiden voyage?
この海には謎まみれのでかい水星残像がいっぱいいる。さっきのあの怪獣なんかはみんなから海遊のクジラと呼ばれているんだ。
There's a big whale.
あいつは本来温厚な性格で、さっきみたいに陸地に近い海域には来ないし。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like...
するなんてことはしない。それに何やら妙なデバイスをつけられていた。もしかしてそれが原因か？
Yeah, I had the red flower. I think that was one of the girls had that, like the evil girls in the first part of the story.
あのでかいやつの周波数から悲しみと怒りの匂いがする。
Oh my god.
おお、この丸いちびっこは音階か？しかも喋れるのか？賢いんだな。名前はなんて言うんだい？
まず我をちびっこ呼ばわりするな。次に我のどこが丸いんだ。そして人に名前を聞くときは自分から名乗るのが礼儀だろう。
Alright, Mr. Pirate, tell me. What is your name? I'm gonna say Contini. Francesco's. Italian word. Brand!
船のキャプテンだ。そして
Okay,
我々は自由を
that was
求
off.
め巡回劇団をやっている愚者。
Oh, it's the fools, the masked fools from this. Oh my god, is this a reference to Star Rail?
比例を詫びさせてくれ。はるばるやってきたお二人さん、名前を伺ってもよろしいかな？
Okay, shit posting time. Protect. No. Roller, and this is Hover. You know what? Let's go for the edge one.
むちゃくちゃなこと言うんじゃない。我はアブで、こいつは漂白者だ。
漂白者とアブ。承知した。船に招かれる者は皆客であり、名前を交わした者は皆友となる。皆の衆、新たな友達に挨拶しようじゃないか。
I'm guessing these are like.
愚者の劇団へようこそ。
So he just lives with a bunch of teddy bears and that one girl who like lives inside. What? Oh yeah, and he's on the top of it. What is that? A turtle? Cheerful sounds?
これみんな音階なのか？賑やかだな。こんなの初めて。特別さなら我の6割、いや7割ってところだな。
Silence, Nanachi.
なかなか面白いお友達じゃないか。
Yep, I'm going big festival.
リナシータ最大の行事には連日にわたる仮面舞踏会や美酒美食にあふれる。
Nice, alright. Am I gonna get to drink alcohol? I know every other fucking gacha character goes, I can't drink alcohol, I am too young. But I'm like millions of years old apparently. So, you know, does that mean I can get absolutely smashed? Or are we going off by memories? If we're going off by memories, I guess I'm like a week and a half old.
そしてカルネバーレのクライマックスでは最終インペラトルが奇跡を起こす。
Okay.
最も優れた役者に月桂冠が与え
So
られ
their
る。
god really just kind of... Oh, so what, the god just comes down and crowns someone?
そう簡単にはいかないさ。
Oh, okay, no,
な
it
ん
doesn't.
と言っても尊い神様だからな。人間に会ってくれる
Okay, so just say some voices. So you win a costume contest, and then God's gonna give. Isn't it similar to what happened in Genshin? But then like it died or whatever, like he died or faked his
実
death.
はうちの劇団にも冠を授かった者がいるんだが、あいにく今日は来てなくてな。あの輝かしい栄誉について語ってある。
なるほど。月桂冠を手に入れれば採取と話せるってことか。
I mean, I talked to one at length that also told me I made it, so it's not that big of a deal. But I gotta stop thinking about the bad chapter 1 story. This is chapter 2. We're gonna and like, you know, it's already started. We just want to go.
たとえ冠を得られなくとも愚者の劇団はあの街に歓喜にあふれた自由の風を吹き込む
So we're just gonna go to the big city in our big old turtle ship.
霧が来る
霧？あ、海から匂うな。なんか嫌な感じだ。
友よ、気をつけたまえ。これは恩外に害をなす霧。自然発生する天気ではなく、この海を徘徊する海食現象なんだ。たくさんの残像が霧によって出
Okay,
現
I gotta
し、
fight.
通り
Oh,
かか
it's
る船をいざな
Is it a whale?
飲み込むだろ
I thought it was a turtle.
う。でも心配はいらない。こんなところで愚者の劇団の花船は沈まない。経験豊富なキャプテンがいる限り。
Fair enough, mister.
ああ、皆の衆、気合の見せ所だ。ロープを締め、ストームセイルを広げろ。舵は俺が取る。舞台の幕が降りるにはまだ早い。
Okay, fair enough. So a bunch of monsters are gonna show up. I'm gonna have to hit him with my sword. I know he's a friend.
行こう。
Alright.
よし。
マリオ、あと少しの辛抱だ。もうすぐこの霧から抜け出せる。
Fair enough.
暴れるがいい。虚勢を張る嵐よ。我々はこの航路から1ミリたりとも引かん。存分に戦え、仲間たちよ。足場は俺が確保する。我々の船は雨に揺られることはなく。
I killed him a bit too fast for him, I think.
風をも凌駕する。
But that's every gacha under the
あ
sun.
りがとう、我が友よ。
Yep. Wait, what's
俺
this?
で
What's this box? Is that the girl? Who has been locking people in a box? What the fuck? What? There's a cute girl in the box. Show me the cute girl in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Look, a supply chest.
どっからどう見たら秘蔵に見えるんだよ。でもなんか変わった周波数の匂いがするな。
このスーツケースは副キャプテンの休憩室だ。ロココ、チャオ。新しい友達が来たよ。
Oh, new friends.
こんにちは。
The box talks.
うちの副キャプテンは人見知りで、やや変わっているけど、これは友好を示すサイン。
This is like some Bocce the Rock levels of Shy, but you know what?
コイン。これは彼女のお気に入りのコレクションの一つでね。あえて嬉しいって伝えているんじゃないかな。
So she's a weirdo. I like her already.
もしかして君とアブの関係性に親しみを
She's
感じて
very
いるの
weird.
かい？
10 out of 10. I mean, we only played a little bit of chapter 2, but it's not the worst. It's fine. It's not the worst. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Ho ho. Okay. Now I'll talk to the captain. You might be okay in your storytelling. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna start like investigating everything in the goddamn story so far. You gotta get. You're starting something that's mildly interesting, or at least not offensive to the concept of story writing right now, but we'll see.
こんにちは。こいつ挨拶してるぞ。
I'm gonna say confused sounds.
なぜフライドポテトはカモメが苦手なのかはわからないって。何言ってんだお前。
Okay. I have spoken to the giant whale monster. No, more like lizard? We must arrive at our Italian destination.
あれこそラグーナへの到着を告げる明けの灯台だ。
I have arrived.
さあ着いたぞ。ここがラグーナ城の船着き場だ。ラグーナ城内へ行くのならこの先へ行って音階のシャトル船に乗り換えるといい。ああ、まだカルネバーレが。それにこんな目立たない登場では我々愚者の劇団にふさわしくないからな。
Fair enough.
その時に備え紙吹雪を多めに用意しとけよ。
Thanks for the trip.
礼には及ばんさ。そういえば
She's probably dead or something.
寝ているのかな。もしかしたらでは我々の再会を信じて。ああ、そうだ。機会があればぜひネクターワインを飲んでみてくれ。あれはゴッチェ・ディ・ディビーノとも呼ばれる極上の代物。一滴飲めば採取と夢の採取に会いたいのであれば。
Okay, so I get to go drink some alcohol. Nice. Hey, look, it's the girl. I want to see what she looks like. They've actually done a decent job of making me interested. Brant wasn't the craziest, most fun character in the world, but you know what? Nice enough. They're going, bro. So wait, did that girl just go back, or we just? I guess maybe like, oh, perhaps they're doing this like rare thing called foreshadowing.
飛行する船を導くように方向を示すよ。
Oh, it's the gods of religion.
進むがよい、アンドレア。いや、愚者よ。慈悲深き主座はあなたに巡礼者の栄光を授けた。あなたは栄光の試練で己の進むべき道を見つけるのだ。
経験なあなた方の方が旅立つべきなんじゃないのか。
Okay.
我々が旅立てば誰が迷いし者を導く。私はとても悲しい。なぜならば我が兄弟あなたが目の前にある真実を見ていないからだ。
真実か。笑わせるな。
Are they
神聖なる巡礼船の前だ。あなたの無礼を許そう。さあ。
are they being exiled for heresy? That's neat. To be honest, if they're not killing them, that's impressive. If heretics are just like exiled, that's pretty nice of a religion to the most part. A theocratic state that doesn't immediately execute heretics? Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you want to get in local politics. Literally, when in Rome, if someone's being stoned to death when I walk into the Syrian town square, I let it happen. I assume a good thing and a good reason is going on for it. At least floating companion thing isn't annoying as God dear Paimon. Oh yeah, Paimon is very annoying. Oh god, the English voice for Paimon was so bad. Holy hell, that was bad. Paimon was pretty annoying. I think a more annoying thing about Paimon though was that Paimon basically acts as the main character to excuse the fact that the Traveler just doesn't speak. Whereas in this one, the Traveler speaks a bit more often. I mean, Traveler, the Rover. Fair enough.
失礼、自己紹介が遅れました。私はクリストフォロ。ただの取るに足りない劇作家で、
It is very
新作の
Venice
出演のため
pilled.
にここへ参りました。
I'm detective.
現在、多くの困難に満ちた船路を乗り越え、 ついに妻子との約束の地に向かう巡礼者を題材に脚本を執筆中なのですが、
So they're the
ちょうど巡
pilgrims,
礼
but they...
船が出港するという話を聞けました。もしかした
But,
ら
but why would the pilgrims be forced to
はい
leave?
遠い昔、ラグーナ人の先祖はこの土地に初めて足を踏み入れた時から祭司を敬っていました。そしてかの者たちは祭司への敬意を示し、祭司との交流の儀式としてカルネバーレを始めたのです。
Okay. Then why are they sending the
ですが、
pilgrims?
祭司インペラトルが民衆の前に姿を現すことはありません。きっと人知を超えた権威で民を屈服させることを好まないのでしょう。
Okay.
それでも祭司は奇跡を起こし、カルネバーレを包む歓声と音楽によって、それと巡礼船の由来ですが、祭司の恩恵に感謝すべく深い霧と荒波を越
Okay,
え、
so it's a
祭司に
tradition.
謁見していった
The
一
most
人の
devout
信徒が
believer
関わってい
goes
ま
off
す。
to say.
もし興味がありましたら、
So wait, is it like are they sacrificing themselves? It's a bit weird. Maybe not. Maybe they're just going off into the ocean and being like, I'm gonna. You know, I'm actually I optional usually doesn't ship. Wait, oh, I could talk to him up there. I'm kind of curious. Maybe he'll tell me about the thing. I'll ask him. He's in. I'm okay. I'm kind of interested. I'll give him. I'll ask him. The game. This is chapter 2. Should put in some effort.
素直な心の持ち主ですね。ご覧いただいた通りですよ。偉大なる神の代弁者フェンリコこと現主座が見つけた。
Okay.
へと至る道であり、彼の許可を得た
Under
巡
his
礼船
permission,
のみ
pilgrims
が
set forth in
敬
the
虔な
promised
巡
land.
礼者と溢れ出る希
Their
望を
voices
乗
are
せ
unique.
てアンセムを奏でながら
That
約束の
doesn't
生
seem
と
like
疑問に
what
感
a
じているよう
soul.
ですね。
The pilgrims have little choice. After all, they are not counted among the righteous, but instead deemed the fools.
ラグーナにとって彼らは鬼人ではなく愚者。
What?
愚かなまま迷い死に果てるより義を貫き希望とともに困難を迎える方がいいでしょ。船に乗った巡礼者たちがたくさんの困難を乗り越え、ようやく祭司が待つ約束の地。しかし魅力的な物語を作るためには予想外の展開が必要です。ありったけの金銀財宝か、あるいは霧に潜
Do you
む
reckon
名
they've
称しがたい
deliberately
獣
made the first person you meet to be a writer who's talking about how twists and turns need to be well done and foreshadowed and have interesting effects is like an apology for the chapter 1?
はたまた何もない忘れ去られた砂。そうだ。物語罪を背負う愚者が
Should the story depict them as lost fools facing the end of despair or wrong righteous finally finding justice and
歌劇
redemption?
としてより観客の心をつかむことができるのはどちらだと思いますか？
The ones who reveal Zoro, and then, you know what? I'd prefer the fools.
なるほど。わかりました。アドバイスありがとうございます。
But then again, I'm a suffering
で
maniac.
は遠方からのお客様、またカルネバーレ。
わかんなくなったあいつ。なんか謎めいた雰囲気を持ってるな。
The air of an artist.
でもカルネバーレが楽しいってこと。
Yeah, I could go talk to the thing and it's going to reveal that I'm like its long lost mother or something. No doubt. It's confusing that they force people on that. Like, I get that the idea they find fools. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Wait, what? Okay, it's control. Okay. Huh. I guess they use the little, like, I guess they use the little tactic things as, like, pets. Huh.
愚者の劇団の花船を見てすごいって思ったけど、まさかラグーナの船が全て音階だなんて。
I mean, it seems pretty easy, I guess.
町内には一体どんな音階がいるのかな。
It's a nice looking scene. Kind of like a bit of a... Okay, let's go do the main quest. Remember, I don't give a single flying fuck about side quests.
もしかしたら群れをなすアブとか。それは嫌だ。
I'm gonna have to fight those guys with the swords at some point.
一番特別な音 外でいたい。
Immediately falls asleep.
はい、大丈夫です。リナシータへようこそ。
Okay, so this is customs?
リナシータに訪れたお客様には、
Sure.
これは個人用デバイス。
Yeah.
リ
So
ナシータへ個人用デバイスを持ち込むには事前申告が必要です。
really, God
申
damn.
告書類の提出をお願いいたします。
Man, you should have looked it up. I didn't know about that.
規定ですのでご理解ください。
Fine. This is like the CCP. They're gonna look through my thing to look for memes.
ですが、これも他のお客様の安全のため、どうか教団もしくはどなたかの招待はございますか？
Oh God, I don't know. I got the letter. Yeah.
なるほど。モンテリファミリーが招待したお客様でしたか。それでは城の出入り
The Mafia approves my entry.
持ち込みを許可します。無礼をお許しください。恩外とはすなわち神の使者。教団の洗礼を浴びた個体であれば個人用デバイスに収まる恩外も等しくインペラトゥのご加護を得られるでしょう。
Does that mean I get to see the god?
もちろんです。神の手によって我々は結ばれ、離れることはありません。
Okay. So, is the religion gonna turn out to be the evil ones in the city?
己の内からも他人からも祭司の存在を感じられるでしょう。神はいつだって皆を見捨てず、
福音を伝える者には他者を思いやる気持ちと
Anime girl.
強い忍耐力が
Legs.
求められます。
Hey,
一方的な
I've seen this
宣言
picture.
などただ相手の心に疑念を生み出すだけですよ。
Basically saying don't be a big old super preacher.
フィービー様、あとは任せてください。
She has nice
多く
hair.
なるお客様、ごきげんよう。私はフィービー、教団の自祭です。
Hello, long hair girl.
ラグーナへよう
She
こ
kind of has
そ
an interesting design actually
今
now
は
to look
カ
at
ル
it.
ネバーレの開催が近いため、教団が入場管理を厳しくしています。ですが、これは先ほどは我々の対応に非があったかと思います。ご不快な思いをさせて
It's
しまい。
okay. Rules are rules, bro. Gotta follow the law of
お
your
気遣
country.
いありがとう
I
ご
might
ざいま
have
す。
I have more memes on the phone.
場内へ案内させていただきます。
Haha, I get to
こ
skip
の
the
道
queue.
に沿っていけばすぐ中枢信号塔に着きます。ラグーナ人にとって祭司は崇高なる神様。祭司を信じれば灯台のごとく行く道が照らされることでしょう。我々は祭司と祭司が授けるすべてを愛しています。それゆえ恩愛は愛され、教団
Okay, why? That was terrible timing. Like, why would they make the voice cut out there? I hate that shit. They're really reinforcing the world and establishing the order of this place, though, which is way fucking better than they did in Blackshore. Holy shit. I'll give them that much. Is that the one? Is that one of those terminal things on her leg? Oh, yeah, wait, shit, let me have a look. I wasn't paying at her. Honestly, I wasn't looking at her legs. No, it's one. Yeah, it's one of the little black things. It's where, like, the summoning things are for, or whatever. Like, the people who have magic in this world.
うわー、あれって全部恩返なの？ラグーナに来られたお客様のほとんどがこの光景を見て驚かれます。
Yeah, because...
これが恩返の国。リナシータの恩返はさっきの不愛想なやつみたいにみんな元気のない匂いがするのかと思ってた。
Gonna talk about the,
どうも、我はアブだ。
Is it gonna be as annoying?
はい、私はフィービーです。こんにちは。
I don't know, something about her face is very cute and very kind of interesting. Maybe it's like the design of it. Okay, music box. Free music box? What? Yay, I got a present. You don't like echoes? A bit spooked?
そういうわけではないのですが。
憎悪であれ愛情であれ、聖職者は恩害に対して感情を抱くべきではありません。民に偏りのない正しい知識を授けることが導きとなる。
That's an interesting religious
教え
thing.
にもそう記されております。
So like the little like creatures and stuff, they consider them divine, but they also tell their faith says don't get too close to them because for some reason. That's kind of interesting. She's got a very short and wide face. That's probably what it is. Usually you don't gonna get this thing. I don't know what about it is, but like it kind of makes me. It just kind of makes her kind of cute in a way, like a different, but like you know, obviously anime girls are cute, but like in a different way than usual. My brain is telling me that, and I
ミ
just
スターマギアと呼ばれています。特に子供たちはあの恩害の魔術が大好きなんですよ。もちろん大人でも幸せな過去に戻ってしまうような。
so I can get dreams. Is she embarrassed
失礼いた
by?
しました。
She's embarrassed by. She really likes echoes and talks about them. That's fine. That's fine. I don't really care, but I want the Nexus. Tell me about this Nexus. Shorty. Wow, she's short as fuck.
はい。この信号塔はラグーナ人に起源信号塔と呼ばれています。
They've already done a better job with her introduction than they did with the first two girls you met in Chapter 1. The first two girls in Chapter 1 were obsessively, like, insane. It was so annoying. Oh, God, I hated those girls.
お客様自身の
Yeah, maybe she's got a little bit of
いた
tism.
だければラグーナの住民と同じように
Well, no, it wouldn't be tism unless she starts, like, telling me... She told me a lot, but what she needed to tell me was, like, a whole bunch of really weird esoteric elements about the echoes. Then we'd have some good tism.
それではデバイスをこちらに置いてください。
Okay, I gotta put the silly little echo thing there. Oh, is that because those little things? I think they have like the spooky ghosts I use to fight people with. Oh my god, there's like a weird tentacle monster up in that tower. The hell? Okay, I'll put it in. Now what? What? That's strange. Is this just like the... That was weird. Like, there was no voice acting. I was very confused. Yeah. Tell me about it, Tism Girl.
リナシータの起源に由来するものです。リナシータには悲鳴の災いで故郷を離れた流浪の者たちが最初の住民になった。
Okay, so
彼ら
basically...
はこの起源信号塔の導きと祭司が授けた恩害の知識に従い、
Okay, so
これが
they're...
ラグーナ人の間で広く伝わる言い伝え。しかし、リナシータの本当の起源は分かってはいません。今でも教団の学者たちが
Seems like this order that she's part of is partially religion, partially some sort of academic group, which does make sense. In our own history, a lot of like monks and a lot of academic pursuits, especially universities and stuff, were started by various religious orders and faiths. You met her 1 minute ago. There's still time. That's true. That's true. She could start telling me about the ridiculous stuff. Maybe she'll start going on about trains. That'd be great. And also, basically, maybe I'll start hating her. Maybe she'll start acting like all the other ones in that other goddamn city.
お客様は祭司に謁見したいのですか?
Yeah, I'd like to meet her. I mean, or it, or the dragon. Has anyone done this before? Yeah, oh wait, no, I heard, yeah, you can...
はい。カルネバーレで祭司は月桂冠の奇跡を授け、それを賜った者は祭司の声を聞くことができる。
Okay.
歴史上唯一の神の代弁者。祭司と直接話し、信託を得ること、その通りです。フェンリコ様は祭司インペラトルの共鳴者で、
just like that other girl in that other Chinese city.
呼ばれています。
Alright.
それではごゆっくり、もし他に知りたいことがあればお尋ねいただいて結構ですよ。お客様の疑問を解消
I like
する
her
ことも
eyes. That kind of
聖職
lower
者の仕
red
事ですから。
with like the blue coming up is very beautiful. All right, I've started. Okay, so we've started off. Wait, what's going on here? It is I, Ebony. Hello, and I'm the Ivory Gatekeeper. Who the fuck is what? The gateway to summon it. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Is that just a new yeah, it's a new random quest. They probably started talking to me. I'm getting all these damn quests being taken to me. Let's talk to her. Can I ask her like random shit about the
ラ
city?
グーナについて他に聞きたいことはござい
Yeah,
ます
no, I don't really want to know
か。もし
anything more.
他に知りたいことがある。
She's cute. I like her. And all right, look at this. It's introduced a whole bunch of shit already. It's reasonably cute. They've done a decent introduction. It's nothing amazing, but after the absolute dog's breakfast that was Chapter 1 and Black Shore in particular, we needed something really simple. If there is the first and only enlightened one that's position sounds made the fuck up. Yeah, it does. Yeah, because, like, how can they be the first and only one? Like, unless they've... Oh, but wait a minute. I will say this. I believe the girl in the other city, this was a while ago when I played it, who was also an enlightened, like, the one that, like, resonated with their dragon over there. That one lived also for, like, that girl lived for, like, a very fucking long time as well. So, I'm not sure. Maybe this, maybe, like, he's, like, he could be an immortal leader, you know? Alternatively, he's just a liar, and, like, the story will be about how, like, he's lying for, like, some sort of power grab or something like that. Well, let's go see. Okay, an improvement on, like, the NPC design. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Let's have a look at these NPCs. Oh, I need to get on this thing. Oh yeah, I've got to go to the bank. Will it, like, take me there or just fast travel?
名の知れたファミリーが用意した資金かなり期待できるかも
Yeah, I hope it's a lot of money.
そう言われると我も楽しみになってきた。じゃあさ、お金をもらったらお腹いっぱい食べれる店を探しに行こう。
Based, I want to go. Oh, look, she's just waving at me.
腹がペコペコ。
Thank you. Alright, design-wise, it's nice. It's more of like a little like cartoony, a little like Disney-esque, I think. But no, design-wise, it's very Venice-y. The ocean just being completely out there, though. Okay. It's not the worst. Like, visually, and their introduction to this city is a lot better than they did in the introduction to the first area. Yeah, the environment is nice. Yeah, and to be honest, that's all it needs to be at this point. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the bank and see how much money I get. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Spooky hands? What if it's like nothing, like $10.50? That could be like the... Yeah, what am I supposed to do? They just gave me a letter and said you get money. Oh. Ooh, damn, look at that ass. You are?
私はザンニー、当銀行の者です。この度はモンテリファミリーよりお客様をご案内するよう仰せつかっております。
Okay, fair enough.
もう一人お連れ様がいると伺っておりますが。
Damn. She looks hot as fuck. Oh, my little pet is sleeping.
かしこまりました。参加資金の手配はすでに完了しております。
Nice. 10 out of 10.
こちら。
Oh, she's got a tail too. So she's like she's just a demon girl.
こちらにデバイスを。
Okay, I gotta put my little fucking bottle.
この銀行のご利用は初めてかと思いますが、お客様は
Gold membership? This is the part where they tell me the interest on and is this why are they doing? Okay, obviously they want something from Blackshore people. That's why they introduced wanted it. Why the fuck? See again, another issue. She's talking very like professionally, like a staff member, not in a warm way, but in a clear, direct, to the point kind of way. But here they've got like he's as lively as a cash machine, so give him a moment. Like what? That's not what she said at all. It's changing up the vibe. I think the biggest issue in chapter 2 so far appears to be this real big disconnect between the writing and the voice acting. I don't know who fucked up, but someone fucked up. So they, instead of using machines and robots, they use the echoes. That's kind of cool.
銀行以外にもお客様を案内するよう仰せつかっています。カルネバーレが開催されるまでの間、最近流行りの運船の鱗旅行プラン。
You know what's more shocking to me? That a Chinese gacha game had the first area be the China area and the second area be something else. Usually the second area is the China area.
まあ、あまりおすすめできるプランではないのですが。短い時間で効率よくすべての観光スポットを一別したいという方向けですからね。
Okay.
ささか急な依頼であったため、スケジュールの作成やお客様のニーズすべてにお答えする時間はありませんでした。
Hanging out with a tall demon girl with horns that are great for grabbing on. 10 out of 10. Don't worry, no need to do so normal. It's fine.
これはモンテリファミリーの作法。私はただそれに従うだけです。
They even have well, there's some titties on the robots.
お客様の資金の振り込みが完了しました。ご確認ください。
$2.50? Is that like nothing?
それとこれからの予定を伺ってもよろしいでしょうか。
Any good restaurants?
この近くのトラットリアマルゲリータ。
Do you reckon they have pineapple pizza? Hell yeah, take me. That's fair enough. You got your work. You got your work. I'll go eat some pizza.
オークションに出す品が到着した。運送用の音階も手配してある。計画通り進めるんだ。
Yeah, it's very clear the family that's brought me in here. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're very clearly like mafias. Damn! Hips for days! And she's also got, of course, the my tits are too big shirt is being pulled apart. I like it. And you know what I like about it as well? Every other fucking character in chapter 1, the moment they shut the fuck up, I'll stop what I want. Every other character in chapter 1 was constantly riding my dick, being endlessly talking about how perfect I was. And this girl, she's just doing her job. Even the other girl, Phoebe, I met, she was just doing her job. She's nice and pleasant, but she wasn't talking about how much, oh, I felt a connection when we met. It was like something sparked. Shut the fuck up. I hate that shit so much.
お気遣いありがとうございます。最近移動があったせいで人手不足なんです。それで私が他の業務を引き継いで。お客様の案内を引き受けたのも。数日間の有給休暇と高額な報酬を上司が約束してくれたからであって。
Ah, that's nice. She started talking about her days off. And she's like, oh, I shouldn't have mentioned that in front of a client. That's okay. Can we spend those paid off days together? Don't stress yourself on my behalf.
力を抜いて大丈夫だよ。私は自分のことをちゃんと守れるし、依頼人に文句をつけたりはしない。
それにあまり気を使われてもかえって疲れるし。
Yeah. Generally it was correct, but like there's still so much incorrect with the voice, the
わ
writing
か
and
りま
stuff.
した。
I just wonder who fucked up, and I'm so curious. I'm gonna look it up after this. Maybe I'm just a crazy
あ
person.
りがとう。ずっとあんな調子じゃやってられないからね。
We finally learned the constant chosen one shit is annoying. Yeah, they did. It took them a long time. I think what was happening in chapter 1, if I had to guess, I said this before when I was being mean about it, but if I had to guess, chapter 1, there was a whole bunch of cooks in a kitchen. Everyone was trying to put their own thing in, and on top of that, they had someone up top saying, make it more like Genshin, make it more like Genshin, make it better than Genshin. We need to be more than Genshin. So, like, everyone was pushing them different ways. Everyone had their different opinions about how it had to be, and that's why we got that shitty Chosen One story. Chapter 2, being like this, is probably from two positions. Because Chapter 2 was probably very much along the way of being done, or as Chapter 1 came out. Chapter 2, they moved on from that, so they didn't have the pressure anymore from the people who were screaming about Chapter 1. They probably gave it to less people. And then also the reflection of Chapter 1 being so bad, and that everyone focused on what was bad, really kind of put cold water over those, like, the CEOs, the people who were obsessively saying it's great even though it's bad. Those people got the bucket of water pushed over their head, and then they went, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Tone it down. Tone it down.
改めて漂白者食事に行こうか。
Yeah, so she's calmed down and she's like, you know what, let's just... Ooh, there was like 2 areas of her tits that were open. 10 out of 10. Come back, where'd she go? I want to see her. Strange... Who'll make it? Is it the... Shut the fuck up, I don't care. I ain't doing your bullshit. Wait, what the hell? Ooh, what the hell? She's cute as fuck. And she has a little tail.
トラットリアマルゲリータへようこそちゅ
Look at her silly little tail.
いらっしゃいませ
And little fluffy.
今日はずいぶん早い退勤ですね
いや、まだ仕事中だよ。
キュキュでもなんだかご機嫌ですね今日は社畜とんでけセットにしますかそれともハッピー休日セットにしますか
Yeah. She really just like does her job and wants to go home. God, I can be real. So real.
じゃあ後者で。
I'm just here to get my payment.
キュキュご一緒の方はもしかしてラグーナへ観光に来た外国のお客様ですか
I feel like it'd be weird to say... let's just say new friend. Whatever.
なるほど確かに見るだけで特別だとわかります
Okay. You know, her saying that it looks special makes sense because she works here. She just wants me to pay
好きな
more.
料理はある。費用は全部モンテリファミリーが負担するから気にしないで。
Any
こ
recommendations?
のトラットリアの特製料理ステーキマルゲリータとヌボラパスタが
その2つは私もおすすめするよ。
さあお二人は座って
And the animation is also improved. Seems a lot more cute and a lot more silly. But like it's a lot more like involved. And she just looks like a random NPC. Like they've really upped the NPCs as well. Like just generally the improvements all over. Damn. Alright, let's get some steak and pasta or whatever the hell. Are the cat ears or part of her the there must be holes for I think the holes would be for cat ears. Because she had a tail, right? Damn. Showing off some ass too. They know how to make the skirt just short enough.
ご注文の品ですごゆっくりどうぞ
I wonder if she has normal ears. Or wait, those from a hat? And like got her real ears under it? Or those are real No, that's gotta be part of a hat. Man. Those horns would get in the way.
クンクンすっごくうまそうな香りだ
こちらがオーブだよね。
God, use some God, what a pathetic pig.
どうも、ザンニーだ。でも、本当に共鳴者の体に住む音害がいるなんて。
You know, I think the reason why that the little Nanachi pet isn't as annoying as Paimon is that Paimon was used as kind of forced into every story all the time, whereas this little thing kind of shows up occasionally, which is a lot better. Are you clicking through the dialogue? Is it just weirdly? Oh, I do click through occasionally. I will say that. I cut through occasionally. So don't put that on the game there. Occasionally I just click. So that is probably me. Or maybe it's not and I'm just insane. Have you ever seen echoes like the Abbey?
リナシータでもやっぱり我は一番特別なのだ。これもうまいな。
Stop eating things. And with your hands, use a fork. Yeah, God. Hell yeah, let's get some food. Zanny's nice. I like Zanny. She's already... See, like, the few characters I've met, I'm already more okay with them. Like, am I in love with Zanny right now? No. I mean, she's hot. But it's already a better introduction than those other characters. God, Chapter 1 was so fucking bad. Okay, fish gross. I guess they would have a lot of fish here. Oh god, I forgot to look at the robot girls to see how their tits are. I mean, what?
そうだ、アペリティフもある。ラグーナのこんなことわざを聞いたことがあるかな？神はワインを飲まない者に水を授けない。
Alright, base, give me some wine. I want to see if I get smashed.
どうぞ召し上がれ。産地はエグラ。ブナ半島の小ぶりの貸し樽で熟成したネクターワインで。
Hell yeah.
の心、神の雫と呼ばれているものだ。
Raise the glass. Let's get in there.
遠方からのお客様に。
Hell yeah.
そして私の遠い休暇に祝杯。
That was me again, by the way. I have a habit because in visual novels, when like the text is coming off the screen, I'm just like, fuck, give me the text faster. Wait, the robot's doing something?
おそらくカルネバーレのリハーサルだろう。様子を見るに数日前からやっているモンテリファミリーによる音楽の演目かな。気になる。
Pardon me.
でも本番はこれ以上に盛り上がるよ。
You know, I'm already curious. I wonder if this is going to surpass Enfield. Because I hate... Okay, I didn't hate it, but Enfield was very uninteresting with its narrative, and particularly its lore setting. However, Chapter 2 has started up really nice. It's like just an easy flow in, whereas Enfield was a lot more of a negative kind of... wasn't very good with its ability to cut in and get to the story. I'd be scared of breaking the glass and... Oh yeah, that's true. The stems of those glass. You can make some pretty good ones though, that are like... that can be quite tough. But yeah, the stems of those glasses. Yeah, there's a bit... And what's this? Little cutscene? The security robots are dancing. Hell yeah. Oh, look at that smile on her. Oh! What? Oh shit! War! Oh? Huh.
大丈夫か？おかしい。音階がわけもなく暴走するなんて。大丈夫。でも音階たちの。
Huh. Okay, I didn't hate that. More robo titties front and center, please. Hell yeah. Yeah, okay, so obviously I started off today hating myself and crashing out about how bad it was. And that is still true. But I will say this, the opening to chapter 2 has been pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it's got a little bit of mystery. It's introduced a world to me. It slow-boated it pretty well. And it also, like, the characters are nice. I don't hate them. They're careful. They're introduced in a careful way. They're not, like, sucking me off every 10 seconds. And even if there are elements that might come in for later from that, so far, I'm pretty happy with, like, this is the kind of opening that should have been the first fucking chapter, is what I'm trying to say. In comparison to chapter 1, this is fucking amazing. In comparison to a good fucking, like, gacha story, this is, like, okay. It's a good opening. It's okay. Like, we're getting somewhere. I'm interested. I'm not, like, fully pulled in yet, but I'm interested. And it's thousands of % above the first one. Honestly, I would love to talk to... It's like, you know, you see people like Ryan Johnson or Alex Kurtzman, you know, people who make those really bad Hollywood or TV shows in America. I've always wanted to speak to them. And I'd like to talk to the devs who made chapter 1 here. I really would. Because seeing chapter 2, I just like how would they feel? Like, could they explain it to me how it became so bad? Like, why did they make the choices that they did? I wish I could know. But the one negative thing I will say is that writing with the between the voice acting as a person who knows Japanese and the text, there's a big disconnect. And it's not just a small one. It's one that, like, changes a lot of the vibe of not only some text, it also changes up what characters are saying in a very, very drastic way. I don't know if that's a localization issue or if that's something else entirely, but I'll have a look into it. But no, quite nice, quite nice. Tomorrow, I think we might go through the new anime season rather than play another chapter of this. So I'm going to go through the new anime season tomorrow. I might play some of this off stream. I might play some of this on stream the day after. But tomorrow, look forward to us going through the entire new anime season. We're going to go through every single new anime that's coming up. We'll decide whether they sound good because we're going to judge them by their cover. By which I mean I'll watch their opening trailers. For the most part. For the ones that we don't give a fuck about, we won't even look at them. So we'll experience that for tomorrow. Oh, what have you been saying, Wall? From what I've seen of interviews of those types of people, they seem very boring and have very little experience with stories. My expectation, as I explained, is that a lot of people who wanted to make a good story were forced to compromise with each other while also handling the demands of an upper management that were obsessed with getting things right. Because you hear a lot about this, and I think this happens a lot. In Hollywood, it happens a lot, where upper producers like push down their own feelings and basically force their beliefs into the creatives, where they come down and say, this has to be good, this has to be good. And when they say good, they mean from their perspective, because they don't understand it, but they're like got some filter. And, you know, we have creatives that have their boss in the room and the boss is telling them to do things and they know it's bad, but it's the boss. And that boss is getting pressure from his boss and his boss is looking at Genshin and saying, just make it more like Genshin. Just make it more like Genshin. You need to be bigger than Genshin, you know, that kind of thing. And that's the feels like what's going on here. Seems like that's the 100% the case with Kathleen Kennedy. Yes, Kathleen Kennedy is another example of that. Obviously, I've with Star Wars, I've fallen very much out of love with Star Wars due to a lot of the Disney era choices. But we don't need to rehash those things. But I've always find those people interesting. I think one of the silliest daydreams I've ever had, like just on the back, like just a daydream, like, you know, sitting on the bus kind of daydream, has always been getting into some sort of emergency situation, like a locked room situation where it's like, I don't know, there's an earthquake or something or some sort of disaster, and you get locked in a situation with, like, you know, the creator of something you hate. For example, the writers and directors of the Halo TV show. Like, there's a big accident and I get locked under a bunch of rubble with the creator of the Halo TV show, and I just have to go through an in-depth discussion of why they made that so trash. like, and just trying to understand what their thoughts are. I think there's a lot. There's, you know, nepotism, of course, plays a big part. There's a lot of like self-aggrandizement, a lot of pressure, as I explained, from upper management who think they know better than what the riders do. A lot of riders who feel like they have pressure to try and make something better. A lot of people who are in the kitchen, they don't have enough power, but they're like having to battle with other people's ideas, so it becomes less concise. Then you have stories where like they're making a sequel to something or a continuation, and then the writers have this desire to make it try and beat the old ones. That happens a lot with things like Halo, for example. From I'd think Halo 4 onwards, a lot of 343 Studios is really run through with this desire to quote unquote beat the original Halo, and they have failed miserably when it comes to story consistently. I think it's a big problem throughout a lot of stories. But no, so far, chapter 2, kind of okay. Good lord, though. Black Shore, I am shocked by how bad that was. Just so fucking bad. Will I go back and do any of the side stories? No, I don't think so. I don't think it can really... I think there's too much of a fundamental crack in the Weathering Waves story that could bring me to go back and do a lot of like the side stuff. But maybe they'll fix that up. Who knows? But I'll be playing this, and I'll see you tomorrow for that. And of course, if you are watching right now, please go watch my video on my YouTube channel. Links are below. The new video is out. It's a bit of fun. Have fun. Enjoy it. If you like it, share it with grandma. Share it with your friends. Join the Patreon if you'd like to support me to make more videos faster. All that jazz. But thank you for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. And I'll see you in the next one.